Welcome to Clearing Present Dudes, where we've just greeted Sanye in a proper fucking podcaster room with his books behind him, like he's on Sky News. Hello.
Hello, I'm here today as our regional expert on everything. As you can see, I am going to be very opinionated, and here's why everyone is stupid except me.
Brilliant. It's me in my box room with my cat tent on the background, and there's Rory in his extremely busy kitchen.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
In fairness, there are books behind me, but the cookbooks, so...
To make matters worse, I've got an armchair.
Wow.
For fuck's sake.
Okay. Here we are, fucking Rear Admiral Chris Parry retired podcast.
Monitoring the situation.
Yeah.
I am presently going to change my name to Lord Rent-A-Quote.
Fucking good grief.
Of Spithead. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Boom! Admiral Lord Westshade. Throne. Right, okay.
Coming in hot.
There goes my MBE.
Dudes represents a clear and present danger to the national security of the United States.
You have no idea what men of power can do.
And welcome to Clear and Present Dudes. You might worry about those podcasts out there with three white dudes talking about politics, skewing the minds of impressionable young men towards misogyny, self-hatred, and the manosphere. It's not our unit. In this podcast, we just talk about movies and it's good and nice.
We're the podcast that stops us getting hit by copyright strikes.
Brilliant. I am Mike DeVar. I am joined by Rory James O'Toole in his kitchen in Sanye from his vast library. And tonight we are diving
House.
moderately deep into the moderately successful, moderately Tom Clancy-ish Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. Hello, welcome. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, do the follow on Spotify, click on the Substack. One day I'll get back to writing on it. I've just been real busy. And
come with the Discord as well. The Discord's fucking empty. It's becoming depressing.
It's depressing to be a Discord mod with no Discorders. And spoiler warning, this is a spoiler cast. We're going to spoil the movie all the way through. But this movie came out in 2014. And if you didn't watch it then, well, not many other people did either. So that's fine. Okay, right. How are we doing? Should we just get straight into it?
Yeah. It's cool.
This is quarterback. I have a situation. Somebody tried to kill me.
Jack, is work okay?
Yeah.
You know, you sold this as an office job.
Why don't you sit down? Now talk me through your very scary scenario. Keep in mind, I don't have your PhD.
Tokyo, London, the United States. It's gonna be a wipeout. We'll never see it coming.
You're not just an analyst anymore. You're operational now.
Jack?
I have to go to Moscow.
Why don't you want me to come?
Because I'm gonna be working the whole time.
They play rough over there, Jack. Victor Cherevin is unpredictable.
You Americans like to think of yourselves as direct. Perhaps you are just rude.
Perhaps you're just touchy. Jack, you got another problem. What are you doing here?
You lied to me for 3 years. Somebody
Come
you
on,
were in
of
the
course not.
CIA.
Can we have a minute, please?
No. This is geopolitics, not couples therapy.
Partnerships are delicate, Mr. Ryan. Sometimes they end violently.
What the hell is going on here?
Sometimes the ones closest to us are the ones we should trust the least.
Okay. Let me do a spiel. Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, is a 2014 reboot stroke origin story entry into a long-running film franchise based on the Jack Ryan character by Tom Clancy. Repositioning the hero this time is a post-9/11 analyst drawn into economic terrorism rather than the Cold War, the good old Cold War. This particular entry was directed by Kenneth Branagh, written by Adam Kozad and David Koepp. We'll talk about David Koepp maybe a bit later on. I think we mentioned him before because this isn't the first David Koepp penned film we've done. That's because a lot of films are penned by David Koepp. Films like Jurassic Park and 2017's The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise. Anyway, it stars Chris Pine as Jack Ryan, Kenneth Branagh, Kevin Costner, and Keira Knightley, and released theatrically on the 17th of January 2014, not long before I joined the Royal Navy, about 8 weeks before I joined the Royal Navy, and including an IMAX release that began the same day. As I mentioned, the film was a modest success at the box office, opened to $17.2 million in the North America, and ultimately earned about $50 million domestic, which and then worldwide about 135 mil, and it cost about 60 mil to make. So if you add in pretty much double it for marketing and stuff, it kind of broke even just about. To make a comparison, this weekend, Project Hail Mary on its first weekend made over 50 mil, which is the entire domestic product of this one, and it's only dropped 30% in its second weekend, so that's a huge big ass smash. This is not that. Okay, cool. Who had seen this film before?
Not me. Nope.
I'd seen it once. I watched it. I watched it on a plane in 2016, and that's all. I remember that Kevin Costner was in it, and that's all I remembered about it. And obviously Chris Pine was Jack Ryan. And then I watched it again yesterday, and if I hadn't made these notes, I tell you what, I'd probably remember that Kevin Costner was in it, and this time I might remember that Keira Knightley's in it, and that's about it.
This is the second Chris Pine film we've done that one of us watched on a plane, because I watched Unstoppable for the first time when I was flying back from Iceland after the airspace was reopened.
Now, that movie ruled, though.
This was my pick as well. It was my pick, and I hadn't seen it.
What did you think then? What did you think?
You know what? It wasn't terrible. It was okay as a film. It's not great as a Jack Ryan film. I think it's the worst of the Jack Ryan films. But you are up against some stiff competition. Parts of it faltered pretty badly. Some of it was kind of fun. There were some massive missed opportunities in the film. There was essentially almost a subplot in it that should have been treated as, because it was meant to be part of the A plot, right? So I mean, we're jumping way into spoilers here, but there's a family of Russian sleeper agents in the US who got activated, and they're going to carry out this terrorist attack in New York, and just seems like it's just there to set up a final action scene, and they could have done so much more with it and still kept it within the realms of a really good thriller.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that.
Yes.
I've got opinions about that as well. Sanya, what did you think of the movie?
You've said it's not great, not terrible. As far as just the film goes, I'd rate it 3.5 Röntgen as well.
Yes.
Concerning the quality of the film in comparison to other Jack Ryan products, I rated the actual amount of Röntgens released by the incident not great. Very terrible. I am not sure what to make of it, but it's not getting a very satisfactory from me.
Wow. BS the cereal, free scrub. Okay. Pants. That's the thing we just did.
This is what sets us apart from other podcasts.
Niche.
This film didn't find all the leftover food wrappers during sweepers.
Unsuccessful plot of a movie. So, okay, right, I'll get to the plot. So, we mentioned at the beginning, this is a post 9/11 film, not in the sense that it was made immediately after 9/11, but this reframes Jack Ryan's recruitment and entry into the military. So he's at the London School of Economics. 9/11 happens, and then he basically immediately enlists as a Marine. Well, not enlists because he's an officer, and then we see him cut ahead 2 years. It's 2003. He's in Afghan. He's in a helicopter that gets shot down over Afghan, which is his catastrophic back injury, which is like a bit of. It's almost like these are all in a parallel universe, isn't it? But they're like there are fixed constants, and every Jack Ryan must have to fuck up his back.
Yeah, in a helicopter crash, and it's all different kind of ways, because obviously in the. What's his name? Jim from The Office, Ted Kaczynski, James Straczynski, whatever it is.
Randall Park.
His back injury helicopter crash is fucking horrible, because like, I mean, Meg, I think you've seen season 1 of Jack Ryan's show. Sanya, I don't know if you have, but him and his team like evacuate some like civilians from like some village in Iraq, I think it is, and this one child just literally suicide bombs the helicopter. Like you cut Jack Ryan's POV, and this kid's just dropped a bunch of fucking grenades, and it's like that's harrowing. This one you've got gets shot down, and I believe, is it canon for the novel Jack Ryan that his helicopter crash was in an exercise?
I think it was, yeah.
And I think that's sort of mentioned in Hunt for Red October as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
it does come up when they put him on the carrier, and this CEO is like, "What is this fucker doing on my ship?"
That's right. And they're like, "Oh well, actually, he's not just a twat from the CIA. He was in the US Marine Corps.
Also was at the academy."
Yeah. yeah. It's interesting. It obviously makes sense for like Book Jack Ryan to have not done it during an actual war because there weren't as many wars going on then. I mean, they could have. They could have done some like shady. He could have been in Panama, could have been in the death squads, but he wasn't, so it's okay.
He could have been living out the plot of the Corbeland song "Student Visas" and getting shot down in Latin America because he was with the death squads.
So about 5 minutes into the movie, he is in a field hospital, and they go, "Oh, this guy's back's really fucked up. We've got to get him out. He's done with this war."
Yeah.
So then he's back in the US, and then we kind of catch up with him as he's doing some painful physical therapy. Classic thing, the whole walking with a crutch while someone's like, "Come towards me" thing that you always see. He meets Cathy Mueller, who becomes Cathy Ryan, of course, and this is our 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th Cathy Ryan. There are only 4 Cathy Ryans, isn't there? Because one of them is actually in 2 films.
Hold on. The original...
Gates McFadden. Then we have the main Cathy Ryan.
Anne Archer. Is that
Anne
right?
Archer. I think that's right.
Yeah. No relation to Sterling. Then we have... I've forgotten her name in...
What, the TV show? Some Fears. Oh, Bridget Moynihan. I forgot about her as well.
Yeah. Then we have TV show, and then we have Keira Knightley. So there's 5. There's 5.
You're right. I forgot about Bridget Moynihan. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so let's just do this now. Power rankings for Cathy Ryan. Who thinks right? Who would win in a fight? and who's the most convincing actual Cathy Ryan?
Hand-to-hand fight, all at the same time, or like do I have like a kind of like structured thing where it's like a process of elimination,
like a knockout tournament,
like the World Cup of Cathy Ryan fighting.
Nah, I want to go for like a Rage in the Cage.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
5 Cathys enter. 1 Cathy leaves.
On my left, Cathy. On my right, Cathy. Right ahead of me, also Cathy. Behind me, 2 more Cathys.
Oh my God, it's Cathy with the steel chair.
One knife. Go.
Abby Cornish is the Cathy Ryan from the TV show. We haven't even said her name.
Yeah.
Just to throw that out there as well.
Put some respect on her name with the rest of the Cathys Ryan. Gates McFadden is getting physically beaten first, I think. I just don't see her as being fighty particularly.
No.
Keira Knightley looks like, I mean, she's very lean, she's very rapid.
Sorry, I will say about Gates McFadden though that her outfit for the fight would be like the neoprene like jumpsuit like aerobics gear that she was wearing as Beverly Crusher in Star Trek when she's doing like the aerobics with Deanna Troi.
Fucking aerobic scene. Good grief. Fan service. So I think that the Keira Knightley Cathy Ryan looks pretty rapid. I think she looks like she's got a long reach as well. I think she's a bit taller than some of them. She seems kind of tall. So
she's tall.
Let's get a tail of the tape on them first of all.
Keira Long.
We're not a Manosphere podcast. We just want to know how tall these women are, how much they weigh, how long the reach is, how big age.
Is Keira Knightley going to call for parlay?
My God. Is she just going to come in like full domino mode and just like dual wield guns and just kill them all?
I remember that film as well. That was class.
All right, Keira Knightley is actually a surprising 5'7". I thought she'd be taller.
Hey, same height as me. Cool.
What's that in normal units?
Fuck
100, 170 centimeters.
Centimeters. Get out of here.
So what I suggest is that the next Cathy Ryan should be Elizabeth Debicki because she's like 6'5". Which would make her the most powerful of the Cathys.
She would be incredibly powerful, holy shit.
It would have been like, Jack, are you having an affair?
Oh my God, there'd be so much like Rule 34 giant-ass stuff made of her.
Yeah, this is taking a turn.
Anyway, so lovely weather we're having today.
Bridget Moynihan, do you think she's got that dog in her? I think she could throw down.
Yeah, actually. That's fair.
Yeah.
It would be a tight run thing, I think. It would be pretty close, apart from Gates McFadden, who's a national treasure, and we do love her, but she is getting beaten in like the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, this ain't her franchise. This ain't her franchise.
It isn't her fight either, man. It isn't her fight.
You
I mean, she can't bring a phaser. The referee took a phaser off her just before she went in, otherwise there'd have been bloodbath.
She had like one line as well in like Hunt for October. Like she was barely there.
Yeah. Done dirty.
I think, right. I don't know if this is just nostalgia talking, but I think Anne Archer for me is mainly, I'll tell you why, because I don't know Anne Archer from much of her stuff as well.
Yeah. Anne Archer seems indefatigable. Like, she seems like she's got...
like the flagship of the fleet in C.S. Forester's formula.
She seems like she can dig in deeper, I think, for more fight in her legs. She'll be kind of like, I didn't hear no bell, like wiping the blood from her mouth. Yeah. You know,
because she's got a little forward ledge to look after.
I think she's got the most Catholic tradwife energy.
Oh yeah.
But have we considered the amount of pent up anger they are bringing into the fight? Because I feel like Keira Knightley, Cathy, is like she finds one cinema ticket and is immediately like, "You are having an affair, and I'm going to give you shit." Can a man not go to the cinema?
Yeah, man. Right. This is right. This is a key point of the movie I want to talk about. Yeah. So Keira Knightley is Cathy Muller is, I think, a bit unhinged.
I think she's a lot unhinged. I love it.
She's a lot unhinged. She's great. Crazy energy. And
I love it. I love her. She's mint.
It's just funny because it's like she has that whole rule about like, oh, I can't date a patient. Is that because HR have got onto her because she already has? Because I tell you what it is. It's not her like moral code that's doing it, because she's not afraid to break some rules.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, like, you know, when he's like, just give me a couple of Percocets and just like, you'll have one. And it's like, that's not from the hospital, like, dispensary. That's her personal, like, she's carrying. Like, she's holding. It's like,
she's
you
already
want a
been
perk,
stealing
baby?
Painkillers? No, these are mine.
these are my emotional support perks.
Jesus. One thing about this movie I like is that Chris Pine, we do a time jump, sorry. He gets recruited by the CIA, which we'll talk about in a minute, I guess, as well. But there's a time jump, and then all of a sudden he's working on Wall Street, and it's 10 years later. And he goes to see a screening of...
Sorry, wrong number.
And he goes to see what he's doing. I like this because it's like oldie schooly, old-fashioned spy movie stuff, like a guy going to a cinema to watch an old matinee showing of an old movie, and they meet up with a contact and they share some intel. Yeah, but yeah, as you say, Sanye, she finds that one ticket stub, and from that one ticket stub, the natural endpoint for her is flying to Moscow to confront her, on a business trip.
But it's like she's like, you know what? How about Paris? Like instead. Like, how about Paris instead? I can get time off and just meet me in Paris. It's great. She's brilliant.
Well, I've got it's like, well, I'm going to Moscow to as a compliance officer in Wall Street to interrogate these guys' accounts.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Are you fucking the Russian finance guys? Are you? Are you, Jack?
Yeah, man.
I was obviously I watched this with Emma because I watched like pretty much every film for this show with my wife. And because we're inseparable and it's disgusting. But like she was like, yeah, she's a bit like me in terms of like if like I kind of sometimes give any resistance to Emma on anything, like if she says let's do something, I said not right now, she'll be like, what I'm hearing is you hate me. And
why?
Die.
Why did I? What did I do wrong?
And it's like, so once again, this is like I have wife clearance to say this because I'm not like making fun of her. She absolutely is cool with me saying this. But that's Cathy Muller in this film energy. It's like, you're not gonna bin your job off and go to Paris with me. What I'm getting is you're having an affair at cinemas and you fucking hate me. You want me to die.
Gosh, yeah, man. Oh yeah, let's just do it. Right, let's not lock ourselves into the sequential order of the movie. Let's just freewheel this thing. Okay, so he's been in Moscow. He's had that bathroom fight. He's killed that dude. We'll talk about all this in due course. But what happens is Cathy Muller calls him as he's like fleeing around Moscow on foot, terrified of every single taxi that he sees.
He hangs up on her the first time after he's like shot the guy in the hotel.
Yeah. And then she's calling him, and he's obviously got like. A lot of anxiety in theory's voice, but he's also trying to play it cool.
Yeah, and like he rings like the CIA contact center.
Yeah,
and they give him the whole "Are you intact?" thing, which is very much Condor.
Condor. Yeah.
Do you think they've replaced that with a terrible AI agent by now as well.
Well, it's also a Mission Impossible cut because David Koepp also wrote the first Mission Impossible.
Yeah. So if the TV series The Night Agent has anything to say about it, it's still just a guy in a basement room with no windows, with a big fucking folder, like a big file of just documents with code words and shit, and like these like agents ring him and he's like flicking through it and they're giving him code words and shit, and he's like, fuck my call center chud life.
Yeah, then she rocks up and she appears in the hotel room in Moscow, like just sat like on the bed. Man, that's creepy as fuck. And
with his gun next to her, and do you note that it's pointing at the door?
Yeah. And then she's like, she does this whole like spiel at him.
Yeah.
And like the energy she says it with is like unhinged. She's not like frantic or upset or like worked up or crying. She's like got a cold kind of like, this could end with you like shooting me.
So I dropped everything. And I called in every favor that I knew, and I spent 4 hours at the consulate begging for a visa. You know, I wanted to make this grand gesture. I wanted you to see what you meant to me. So I'm here. And you have to say something. Well, maybe it's awful or hurtful or shameful. I don't know, but you have to talk to me. You can't let me think that I'm crazy anymore. Because now I know that I'm not. Just talk to me. Will you meet me halfway?
I'm in the CIA.
Thank God.
Brilliant in this film, honestly. I think she's a brilliant Cathy Ryan. She's just so fucking pissed off.
But is that who Cathy Ryan's meant to be? I mean, I guess she is in the books, right? Tell me about Cathy Ryan in the books.
Cathy Ryan's a lot more kind of opinionated and fierce about things in the books, and like she, like even in The Bear and the Dragon, Jack Ryan, President Jack Ryan, is having to smoke cigarettes secretly, like he's got a tab habit that he keeps from his wife because he's scared of her.
She's a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Like that makes sense.
Yeah, but also she's like a Catholic trad wife who's gonna fucking hit him with like a spoon or whatever, you know. And it's like, but I'm like she's not like a shrinking violet in the books, like, and she gives Jack Ryan shit and pushes back at him, you know, when he's out of line and stuff, as far as I recall. So I like her in this. Even not as a Cathy Ryan, even as just a character in general.
Yeah.
There's a stark difference as well from when Ben Affleck, Jack Ryan, tells Cathy that he's in the CIA in the Sum of All Fears, and she's like, what? Goes straight on Reddit and posts a thread about it. But Cathy Ryan in this is like, oh my God, thank fuck, I thought you were having an affair. It's like, now the gun makes sense.
Right, okay, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's like, because I mean, it's a whole different ballgame if you're going to Moscow to have an affair and you've brought a fucking sidearm with you, right? That's
well, that sounds like maybe sex tourism.
Yeah, that really does. It's like, fucking hell, man. It's like, I'm a passport bro.
I was so worried about
God.
you. I thought, why did you go to Thailand? Like what? So much more dangerous in Moscow.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's circle back to Keira Knightley's reaction to finding out that Jack Ryan's in the CIA, because I want to go back to Jack Ryan's recruitment to the CIA first, which is an incredible scene where he's still in rehab.
Mm-hmm.
And watching, really obviously, from a mezzanine floor, which is all panelled with glass, is Kevin Costner as Commander Tarper, U.S. Navy, and he's talking to somebody off screen. I can't remember who he's talking to. Going like, "Tell me about this kid." And this guy's like, "He was a lieutenant in the U.S. Marines, and he wrote a report when he was at the School of Economics about money, and he wrote another report when he was in the Marines about
and then he wrote about traffic patterns
in Holland or whatever." And he's like, "So do you want to recruit him?" He's like, "I want to talk to him, not today, but soon. And then, like, the next scene, they're talking. But this time, like, Kevin Costner's rocked up in, like, his nosebonds. And then, like, Chris Pine's like, Chris Pine's like, why the uniform this time? And he's like, what do you mean? It's like, you were watching me the other day. And it's like, my God, Jack Ryan is such an observant, intelligent guy. He's spotted the guy who was stood directly in front of him, in front of a giant plexiglass window, looking down on him while he was doing exercise.
Well, you see, the reason he spotted him was because you hadn't taken the Percocets yet. So
yeah, his mind was still clear.
See, don't do drugs, kids.
No, it's because he's a Marine.
Yeah. And then Kevin Costner's like, I just want to thank you for your service. Okay. Right. That's like, imagine if my boss rang me and was like, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, sir. What's going on? Just want to thank you for your service, mate. Oh.
And then your response is like, thanks, you too.
Yeah, thank you too. Yeah, thank you for your service. Yeah. All right, okay, cool. Is this circle jerk over? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
So what's the real reason you called me?
Yeah. Well, about that report. Anyway. So that happens, and then Kevin Costner's all like, right, I want to recruit you for the CIA, because he does that, and then Jack Ryan goes for a run, and as he's out for a run in the pissing rain, he sees him again in a darkened room, stood there imposingly in a darkened room. So he enters the room to talk to him, and he's like, why are you watching me? And he's like, I'm in the CIA, and I want to recruit you. I saw that work you did, and it was astounding. It was incredible, and I think you should be in the CIA. And then Jack Ryan's like, oh, the CIA, aren't you guys like really bad for torturing people and
rendition
and like, you know, installing dictatorships in South America and like,
death squads
and the death squads,
assassins,
just generally, just a general like force for evil in this post 9/11 world. And and Kevin Costner says my favorite thing of the whole movie, which is that's not our unit. My unit is My unit is in a different CIA. Goes to a different school. Actually, it's from Canada. Actually, my CIA only stops 9/11's happening again. I'm like, what do you think the torturer guys are trying to do? like, you all think you're doing the right thing.
It's incredible. It's like, no, that's the guys down the hall. That's the like rendition and torture department.
Yeah, we don't talk to those guys. We're on a different softball team.
Yeah.
Jack, do you talk to the guys from HR?
Man,
we're on different sittings for lunchtime.
Yeah, I don't even know those guys.
Yeah, they're on first sitting. We're on second sitting.
None of the waterboarding guys are going to be your line manager. Like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Anyway, we are in a secret nerd department of the CIA where we hire nerds to look at money. And since you've got qualifications in money and you're a Marine, you're the guy for the job.
Yeah.
And then we cut like 10 years later, and he's working in Wall Street. And he
hasn't aged at all.
He hasn't aged at all. Yeah, 10 years later, and he looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
So good.
You see, that's like the CIA anti-aging technology that they put in him. You know?
Yeah.
They just make him immortal. Like they just do the thing like you join the CIA and they shoot you just in case you're a Highlander-esque immortal, which is why the CIA is just full of these like undying guys with katanas and ponytails.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, the same applies for Keira Knightley as well. This one's from 2014. So let me just do some quick maths. She was 17 when they filmed Love Actually. 17 plus, that was in 2000. So probably plus 14, like 30 odd, which means that she should be in her 40s by the time we're in the current timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting that vibe. Beautiful woman and remains so. So yeah, it's not to be weird about women's appearances, but no one's aged is what I'm trying to get to, including Kevin Costner as well, who's so later.
It just doesn't even like hang a lampshade on it. It just kind of like lets you buy into the fact that all these people are just like preternaturally youthful. It's not like it isn't like in like previous Jack Ryan films when like Admiral Greer gets old and dies. It's like, nope. Eternal American youth.
I don't know what, right, and they only did this because they had to have 9/11 be the inciting incident for his joining of the military.
Yeah.
But, like, he didn't have to join the day 9/11 happened. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I can just imagine, because, like, he's in London as well. I can just imagine, like, rocking up to the US Embassy and being like, get me on a fucking plane. And they're like, step right aboard, son. You're halfway through a dissertation at the LSE. Oh, we're going to send you to Marine school, man.
Hey, you're
Here's
going
your
to the
box of
islands.
crayons.
A lot of people come here so they can get degrees. You're bidding off your degree to be here. Okay.
Fucking amazing. It's like, yes, you're a wild one, my friend. You're going to do so much writing about traffic.
God, you're going to write an incredible book about this. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which your senior officers won't read, but the CIA will. So the CIA is essentially spying on American troops, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to
this point. Because
he keeps submitting the same report, like a hastener to his senior officers. I wrote this cool thing.
It got flagged by the algos.
Pat my head. Yeah, God. Right. Anyway, while he's in Wall Street, he's doing his compliance officer job, working on his own. Nobody knows he's in the CIA. He just thinks he's working for some firm, and he does some typey.
And his mate, who's a total fuckboy, turns up on like just a trying too hard motorbike, and he's like, man, you want to try and fuck that girl from Arbitrage, right? And it's like, fuck, man.
Can you? Are you even?
It's mad. He's just so sharp.
It takes a special breed of person.
Those numbers up.
Yeah, it takes a special breed of person to keep working in Wall Street after 2008.
He's just incredibly built different.
There he is, like in his little leathers and his little motorbike, and he's like, and he doesn't even know the girl's name. He's just like, that girl I like. And he's
it's like, there's that girl I really want to smash at Arbitrage. I'm gonna get a motorbike. And Jack's like, yeah, her name's Sarah, by the way. Just now you've got a motorbike, you're totally gonna, what the fuck, man?
I don't understand how a Wall Street bro can't talk to a girl. That's just a strange combination of factors.
It's so weird, and like almost like kind of like whitewashes Wall Street's reputation as just like a bunch of high-speed, cranked up dudes who love la cocaína and are fucking decadent. And this is just one guy who's a little bit of a clumsy fuckboy.
Yeah, man. That's so strange. I know a few people obviously I know a lot of officers in the Navy because I'm one of them. But I've known a few who joined and then left because they were just doing it for a few years to sort of develop a bit of a CV.
Yeah.
But then they were like, I don't think I like it anymore because it's a hard and unpleasant job a lot of the time. So he was like, I don't think I like it anymore. I think I'm just going to go and work in the city. What? You had that as an option? You could just wander in and make a shit ton of money on Canary Wharf or whatever, and then just like in the city, and then just like. That's two people I know, at least, who were just like, you know what, I'm going to jack in being a navigator because it's difficult, and instead I'm going to just handle shit tons of money for banks instead.
Good grief.
Good grief, yeah. Good grief indeed. Anyway, he finds a bunch of anomalies in some Russian markets, all linking to a firm by a guy owned by this guy Chevron, who is Kenneth Branagh, and he basically has to go to Moscow to check it out. So he has this discussion with Keira Knightley about how he has to go to Moscow, and she's like, what was the name of this movie you were looking at? And
so I want to circle back to this film, Jack. Who are you fucking?
You're hiding 3 different women under the floorboards, aren't you?
He's super marriage pilled as well. So like he keeps saying like, well, look, it wouldn't be a big deal if we were just married. Why would you get married?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a big deal if we were married. Like, why are you worried so much? Just marry me already. And it's like,
but I mean, he wants to, like, it's like, it gets explained later that he wants to marry her so he can tell her he's in the CIA.
Yeah. Seems like a bit of an arbitrary distinction, but yeah. So he goes to Moscow. He's met at the airport by a big burly bodyguard dude.
Yeah.
Who drives into his hotel, and there's a bit that I'm sure you're going to talk about in a bit, mate, where there's a big table full of handguns, and he shows a little Chevron card and picks up his handgun in the airport on the way out. I'm eagerly awaiting the rundown of every single handgun on that table.
I'm not going to run down every single handgun on that table, but I do have a few comments to make. Don't worry.
Good, fun. And then then he gets to the hotel, and he's showed, and then he's like, I've got to check the room first. So they go in the room together, and it's like, look at that view, isn't it an incredible view? And it's Moscow. And obviously, the reason this whole movie happened at all was that because they were allowed to film in Moscow for a bit, because they got lots and lots of location footage of Moscow. Cool. And then the guy tries to kill him, and there's a big fight sequence, and there's a big bathroom fight.
I love a bathroom fight.
I love a bathroom fight. One of the better bathroom fights that we've actually watched.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I was talking about, when we were doing the Firefox episode, we were talking about maybe doing like a power ranking of bathroom fights, and this one didn't even feature on my list because I didn't remember it. But actually, it's a pretty good bathroom fight, right?
Yeah, we'll have to start ranking them because it's a great bathroom fight. There's also, because there's one of the Mission Impossibles, right?
Fallout.
I am sure there's a really brutal one in Shaft in Africa.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I might be misfiring here, but I kind of do remember there being like a brutal bathroom fight scene in Shaft in Africa. Richard Roundtree just beating some guy to death, which is, you always love to see it.
Yeah.
A friend of mine sent me, with like zero context, a clip from like a Russian action film of the grimiest and most insane bathroom fight scene. I may have sent you it one night when I was drinking, actually.
You sent it to me last year.
Yeah.
But I remember it.
And it's fucking nuts. Like, this, like, a vibrator is used as a weapon. At one point, the protagonist pisses on his enemy because his enemy jumps somebody's at the urinal, and it's like, there's a lot going on in that scene. I had zero context, just like my friend like texted us up one night, and then like he added the comment, "surprise piss attack." And it's like, so yeah, fuck me, man.
What else we got? We've got Casino Royale. We've got Eastern Promises. Almost certainly The Raid. I can't remember.
There's a pretty decent bathroom gunfight in that ridiculous Arnold Schwarzenegger one that we want to do a Clear and Present Bruise episode on. True Lies. Yeah. Like, it's more of a bathroom gunfight than a punch-up, but it's got some great kind of comedy beats in it.
So when we get deep into the bathroom fights, right, guys, here's what I propose, okay? I think one of the scoring criteria has to be, do they use the features of the bathroom in a unique fighting capacity?
I love an environmental kill.
Exactly, an environmental kill using a sink or a shower or a bath or a shower curtain or a toilet brush or any other item you might find in a bathroom. Hand dryer, electric toothbrush,
Dyson Airblade, electric toothbrush.
Garrot somebody with some floss.
One of those machines that sells like condoms and sex pills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you just like smash a guy's face against it and floods his like throat with like those 3-pound boner pills, and he chokes on them.
Yeah, guy has a heart attack because he has too much guarana in his system.
Oh my god! You think it's actual real guarana in those, or is it just like dust?
You think it's real guarana you're tasting right now?
Son, you don't know Jack.
You don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes.
The Sainsbury's toilet boner pill rabbit hole. This is a fucking weird episode, guys.
Welcome to the wilderness, to the real. Okay, right.
Snake, you've got to activate the boner pill machine.
It's something I learned from one of my animes. Okay, right. Anyway, I like this bathroom fight because he drowns the guy in the bath, which is horrible for the guy, but a pretty cool, inventive way to dispatch a foe.
I really like how he drowns him in like a small amount of water as well, and it's kind of coming up and he's fighting him, and there's this real look of exertion on Chris Pine's face.
Yeah,
it's a fucking great action scene. Actually, I really enjoyed it.
I like it because immediately after this we have all the 3 days of the condo stuff we were talking about.
Yeah,
and we have the bit where he phones Cathy and explains. Well, doesn't explain anything. He hangs up on her, and she's like, "He must be having an affair because he said he was really jet lagged and had to go, and he wants to call me in the morning. Oh my god, he must be about to go and fuck a hooker." And then he meets up with Kevin Costner on a park bench. And Kevin Costner, he's got like oh man, what do they call it? It's like a special action dog.
It's a quasi-personal dog that he's stolen. He's stolen from someone's yard.
A bit of tradecraft, steal a dog, and
it's just like sitting so
in a
like
public location with it.
And it's sitting so calmly as well. And it's like that's not behaving like a stolen dog unless you're a dog whisperer.
Surely stealing someone's dog is a bad thing to do as a spy, because now a bunch of people are out looking for the dog and shouting its name and stuff, and you're sat in a public place. So people isn't that ultimately attracting people towards you because they're going to go like, "Why have you got my fucking dog?"
Yeah, and Kevin Costner probably isn't working under legal cover, right? He's not. Because, I mean...
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to steal this beautiful dog from someone's front garden. You'll be disavowed if detected.
Well, he would, but that's the thing. He's an illegal. He would be disavowed. He hasn't got, like, fucking embassy cover or whatever, you know, like, he's not a quote-unquote diplomat. So he's getting fucking disappeared. He's getting taken out into the woods and getting domed. There's no reason for him to steal someone's dog, yet it's so funny how also, like I said, how chill and fucking, like, just calm the dog is. Like, you've been stolen from some fucking Muscovite's garden. I also love that he's in, like, the middle of a very urbanized city and there's a backyard with a dog in it.
Yeah. Another thing I don't understand about Kevin Costner's role in this is like, where does he sit in the organization? So he's in a state where he's in first name terms with the President of the United States. And they've got like witty banter flying around all the time. At the same time, at the CIA, he has like unit level command, which isn't that big, because he's obviously talking about, well, my unit does financial and nerdy crime.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a very big or important part of the CIA.
It's more than, yeah.
He's not like a deputy director.
That kind of stuff, wouldn't that like get binned off like other subordinate like departments and shit? If it's like financial crime affecting the US, wouldn't like an FBI kind of thing or like an NSA kind of thing, maybe?
Probably.
I don't know. But I mean, the real truth is that he's in the IMF, you know?
Exactly.
That's why he's not the team that does like, you know, the renditions, the waterboarding, the testicular torsion.
Yeah.
He's in the team that does cardio.
I know somebody who got testicular torsion once when we were on an exercise in Dartmoor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not the worst testicular torsion story I've got from the Navy. Anyway, got a worse one. Let's spin it. Okay, right. So okay, here we go. So
welcome to Ball Chat with Clear and Present Dudes. Today we're looking at the terrible things that happen to a man's testicular region.
Right, okay, so this story goes back to HMS Raleigh, which is the Phase 1 training establishment for junior rates in the Royal Navy. I went through there myself a long time ago, and somebody else went there, and what it is, right, is you have a various duties you've got to hold in the training block that you're all accommodated in, right? They're just things to do in an evening to keep you occupied, basically. Like, one of them is you've got to manage the visitor log on the door to your building. Nobody comes to your building, so you're just there filling. Every time someone comes in and out, you're basically writing their name down and getting them to sign it. And it's just like, why? It's just people going to the NAFI and coming back from the NAFI and stuff. Just busybody shit. But it's preparing you for being a QM the gangway, I suppose. Not that you write everything down. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we do like evening cleaning stations, which is like a quick 20-minute clean of everything. Everyone has their own little place they go to, hence stations. And I used to do buff the floor because you used to get covered in like rubber marks from our boots every single day. And twice a day I had to go and rub them all off again with like steel wool and a bit of brasso. It was a fucking stupid job. Anyway, one guy, his job was like taking all the gash out from all the gash bins and throwing them into the skipper on the back in the courtyard. And one time this guy did it, but he had like heavy bags and he had to jump up to like throw the bags into the bin. And when he jumped up, he jumped up and like made contact with the bin, right? And on the big skip that there was a big jutty bit of rusty metal like sticking off it. And on the return journey down, it went up his scrotum through his trousers, and he was like, ugh! And then the next thing anyone saw was the guy coming into like the quad, and the little duty bod who was like filling in everyone's names saw him, and he kind of walked into the room holding his like his hand around his groin, okay, covered in blood, and his two testes were like in his hand, having exited his scrotum. And then he kind of like did that, showed him, and then like collapsed on the floor, and then everyone was like screaming, crying, throwing up, and then the ambulance came. But yeah.
You see, Cathy Mueller would witness that, and with medical knowledge go, it's stage 3, isn't it? You're dying.
Yeah. You got what, 2 months to live?
Your skin's looking a bit yellow there. Incredibly not sallow-looking person at all.
Spiderweb blood things on the back of your hand painted in the last scene.
Yeah, God, she's great, man. Didn't know I was talking to Super Doc.
Holy shit!
I am honestly the biggest Cathy Mueller stan, and I'm getting to be a bigger Cathy Mueller stan, specifically this one, as we're going through this episode, by the way.
Wild. What was Strack I was talking about? Yeah, so they're on the park bench. They're talking away. Kevin Costner's whole bit like, the first person I killed, blah 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 blah. And it's like, who was he? It's like, it was a she. Oh, we got a badass over here. And then they have a little chat, and he says to him like, you're not a landlist, you're operational now, which I think is, I'd be like entering a service complaint. Whoa, hang on a minute. They get reflected in my annual report, like operating way beyond my toes.
It's like, I like how he specifically adds as well, she wasn't, like, she was innocent, she was like a bystander.
Yeah.
Like, she was a fucking bystander, and he still remained in the CIA.
Sounds like you're not very good at your job, Kevin Costner.
It's like, at least in the Jack Ryan series, they have this background thing of how Jim Greer straight up threw somebody out of a window, and that's why he gets like the kind of shit assignments.
Yeah.
And like, because like, isn't the thing like Jim Greer was in line for like the Moscow job, but then he threw somebody out of a window in like Turkey or Pakistan or something. And then like, actually, Jim, you fuck now, mate. He eventually does get the Moscow job. But
yeah, he does get the Moscow job eventually, but
yes,
only because
so, yeah, he gets it because the storyline needs him. I get it, basically. Yeah, like what the fuck? So basically, yeah, this guy kills an innocent civilian. Really bad luck for the CIA, by the way. Incredibly bad. She came up behind him too quick.
Yeah.
What does this mean? Did he fucking kill his wife or something? Did like his daughter go like, "Oh, Dad, you're back from work"? He turns around, does like a Navy SEAL neck snap on her. He's gone from never killing anyone before to killing someone who sneaked up on him or just was behind him rapidly. Jesus Christ!
I want to know, like,
I've got a canny startle reaction sometimes, but like just. There's like a million ways to run through my mind how he killed her, you know? It's a judo chop, or like he just like whips out a fucking karambit or something, and like slices them open, and it's like, shit, you're just like my elderly neighbour who was about to tap me on the shoulder because she needs help with a car or something, and it's like, oh, I hope this doesn't affect my high-powered job in the fucking CIA.
Did it even happen at work? Oh my god!
Probably was just some random unmedicated 20-year-old on her way back to college or something. It's like she started walking up behind me. It's like, oh my god, I'm being followed, stab.
I like how he specifically said unmedicated as well.
I might know someone who might fit that description.
Unmedicated is right though, because you've got to keep taking those anti-CIA pills, to, you know, because if you're full of like the contra CIA and all, they can't attack you, can't stab you.
Well, somebody who is full of contra CIA and all is Cathy Ryan, who confronts Jack at his hotel immediately after this, and is delighted to find out that Jack is in the CIA, because obviously she has fewer qualms about it than Jack himself, who is in the CIA. Like,
yeah,
like God.
Cool, awesome. You're in the CIA. When's the next mandatory fun day? When's the next company barbecue? I want to meet all your co-workers. I want to be a CIA wife. I want to like tell people to like call me by your rank, you know?
yeah. Can I put like CIA spouse on my CV?
Can I put a CIA bumper sticker on my Prius?
She's in the HOA and she's going to be to her neighbors like, if you don't repaint your bins, my husband is going to make you disappear.
It's more like, if you don't repaint your shit, my husband's boss is just gonna kill you with a combat knife for being too close to him.
That's insane. Yeah. He's like, I'm in the CIA. Thank God. I think I started laughing before she even said, I thought you were having an affair. So I just was laughing really hard at the idea she was going, thank God you're in the CIA. Like, what the fuck?
It is like, let's face it, fucking Safeguard. It's an absolute male fantasy to like that it's like kind of catering to tell the woman you've got a really fucked up secret, and she goes, "Oh, thank fuck for that. Get in."
So
awesome,
glad you told
man.
me that. Oh, I'm not angry at all for you hiding this for our entire 10-year relationship.
Yeah, you've been lying to me for a decade after I helped you literally back on your feet, literally walk again. You've not given me the fucking respect and dignity to break the CIA's rules. Rules that they're breaking by giving you a fucking Beretta and telling you to kill people, by the way. You're an analyst. And like, she's like, oh, thank God for that, man. I feel so fucking respected and so goddamn cherished. Thank you, Jack.
It's insane. Yeah, it's catering to a particular fantasy, isn't it? Of even for guys in the military. There is one of the funner scenes in the movie, which is Cathy Ryan just getting drafted into the mission now because she's here.
It's wild. But like before that, just quickly skip back. We've got the scene when he meets Treraven for the first time.
I was about to mention it, yeah.
And they have this like proper like fucking like supervillain kind of like conversation, which this is one of the points when it really doesn't feel like a Jack Ryan movie.
Yeah.
You know,
it feels like a Bond movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, it does. It feels like a Bond movie, and so there's a whole like kind of back and forth. Oh, you know, I don't know where my BB Dang, my fucking security guy's gone. No, he'll come back hungover and remorseful. It's like, you fucking killed him. Jack Ryan fucking makes himself by saying, I was injured in fucking Afghanistan, and you know, like Sheriff's like, yes, me too, same empire. Was it same graveyard, different empires?
It was like a different time, different empire, same graveyard.
Yeah. And my sons too, which doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
That's a line that doesn't fit.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's evidence of a rewrite, I think.
Yeah, there's plenty of that, I think.
Big time. And he's got that fucking grenade on his desk as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, your grenade. It's like, my grenade? And I'm like, Emma, yes, that's an M67. That's an American grenade.
It's roughly the size of a baseball. We've been through this already. We've been through this.
We have been through this already. It could be propelled by one of the IMF's man-portable, easily broken down, fucking mobile, tactical baseball pitching machines. We've covered this.
You are Americans. You think you are direct, but perhaps you are just rude.
Which is wild, because like Slavic people have like the reputation of being incredibly fucking direct about things, right?
The most quote-unquote direct people I've ever met in my life have all been Eastern European.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking spend between 5 to 9 days a week sitting next to a Ukrainian guy at work, and yeah, they do not beat around any kind of fucking bush. That's a weird line.
I did an SMSMG 1 deployment in 2020, and one of the weeks during it was a Polish PASEX, and there was a Polish ops officer on the battle staff, and routinely every week he would call me and be like, hey, Mike, it's, I forgot what his name is, actually, so that's a shame. He was like, hey, Mike, just to remind you, your SID diagrams are shit. And I was like, what do you mean, man? They're like, you're not using the proper format. I'm like, send me the format then and I'll use it. But in the meantime, you're going to keep getting the shit. It's every single day, mate. I'm not, like...
It's every day, bro.
like, every single day. It's like...
Fucking amazing.
At some point, I'm going to, like, throw my hands up here. Like, unless you've got a better format, mate, my CEO's signing off on these. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then Jack's like, oh, well, you Russians think you're poets and stuff, but and I forget like the last bit of that sentence, but it's like, you think you're poets and whatever, but you just end up pussies or non-American or whatever.
Oh, ridiculous. Then there's this isn't couples therapy, it's geopolitics.
Yeah, oh, that's brilliant. What's like, we've got 8 minutes to make this plan, we've wasted 4 of them.
Yeah. That's
and
wild.
It's like, fucking Kevin Costner does get some of the best. The lines he has often don't make sense, but they are bars. Some of his lines are quotable.
Most of his lines are like that. There's loads of lines in this movie where it's like, it's a pithy little line, but I'm like, no one would ever say it. Yeah.
Somehow Sharaven returned.
Somehow Sharaven returned. Yeah. So they're doing this plan, and right, they're in a safe house, and their plan is ? I zoned out so bad. I think there's like, he's made plans to go to dinner with Sharaven. He's bringing his wife, Cathy, along because Sharaven is aware that Cathy's around before he even was aware. And
yeah,
they're going to...
Because Sharaven's a fucking home wrecker and he loves having sex with married women.
Exactly right.
And he's like, so someone's observing your hotel and knows that your wife's here. I'm a really bizarrely horny man, you know?
Yeah. For a guy who's about to fucking die, by the way.
He's just like keeping track of his body count. He's like trying, like he's probably got like a mate from the Afghan war that's had sex with more women than him, and he's like keeping tally. And on his last day, he's like, "Yeah, Sergei Ivanovich, I beat you, 273. I'm going to shoot myself now."
Yeah. Oh man, I would do the voice, but I feel like I'd sound like one of the meerkats from the advert.
Fucking hell.
Right, so. I think their plan is they're going to like steal his wallet, and then in that wallet is like an access card, and then they're going to go into his building where he works, and they're going to unlock a vault of some kind and hack into a computer and steal some packets of data about accounts or something.
They need to plug something into the mains electricity, and that's going to like let them access the laptop. And it's like, Tom Clancy was alive when this film was being made, but you can tell he just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. I think this is the thing. I think this movie might not have... I've got no evidence to back this up with, right? But bringing David Koepp on board, I think he had like no inkling of a tad of respect for any Tom Clancy source material at all. It was just like, I'm going to make a generic spy movie, and we're going to slap the Jack Ryan branding on it and turn it into an origin story for Jack Ryan and have another crack at making this franchise a thing. Because it doesn't feel like a Jack Ryan or a Tom Clancy product, because there's nowhere near dense and stupid enough.
Yeah.
It's just like a pretty standard, we're going to do a little heist, and that'll be that.
I mean, I'd say it's a heist movie primarily with like what feels like a terrorism subplot tacked on that, as I said, shouldn't be a subplot. There should be 2 A-plots, right?
Yeah. I feel like strongest bit of this movie is the dinner scenes with...
It's great.
Yeah, that's the best bit, where like Jack Ryan is overacting and being drunk and obnoxious and boorish to get to a point where he can, like, is basically told by everyone to fuck off so he can go off and do his mission.
Yeah, and they do that like pickpocket and kind of like drop off thing of the wallet, which is pretty fucking slick.
Absolutely. And then
like Shriven's like, we're gonna fuck.
Exactly. And it's the Shriven and Cathy scenes that I think are brilliant. Cathy is like just so up for this. And another reason why I think Cathy's a bit fucking mental, because she is so up for this from the off. Like she's went from like, you're in the CIA to I'm in the CIA.
She is literally at this point a better field agent than him.
Yeah.
You know what it is? This is more like a Mary Pat Foley origin story, really.
Yeah, man. Like she's like she's being a real honey trap here.
Yeah, just doing proper cowboy shit in Russia against the Russians. It's like the shit Mary Pat Foley was doing in Cardinal of the Kremlin, you know?
Yeah. That's a cool pull.
Thank you.
So we have this whole sequence with like Cathy Ryan talking to Shriven, and that's when she's like, "How advanced is your cirrhosis?" And she like diagnoses him across the table. And they talk like about Russian literature, and she kind of. Yeah, there's a bit of back and forth. There's a bit of sexual tension potentially brewing. Certainly from horny old Shriven's side at least. Yeah. And she's doing such a good job of it that she's getting like he's getting calls and stuff, and he's like ignoring them so he can keep talking to her and stuff. Much like Jack ignored her phone call earlier. So it's like perfect. The heist kind of happens. I don't really like. There's a lot of tension in it, I guess, because it's like, you know, he's got like a limited amount of time and stuff, and he's running out of phone signal and all that good jazz. And there's a mobile op center in a van as well.
Yes, there's a van which we'll love. We'll love an op center van.
Yeah, love that.
Tom's also providing Overwatch with a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Just straight up causes an international incident by shooting some innocent private security guards mercilessly. This man's a rogue fucking agent. This man's not in the CIA. Nobody in this film's in the CIA. Yeah. The CIA is blind to this operation, mate. Completely.
Actually, this is actually the FSB posing as the CIA in order to create a false flag attack.
And remember, no Russian.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. God, right.
Car chase with Land Rovers.
I was going to say I zoned out so bad from this. So what happens is
Cathy gets kidnapped.
Well, before that, Shriven gets his wallet kind of like backwards inserted back onto him again, as his old security teams still come up and be like, something's wrong, blah 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 blah, and everyone's like on a bit of a standoff. And you're right. There's a Land Rover chase. A lot of violence against Land Rovers. Sanye, come on, pipe up as our Land Rover owner.
Yeah,
I've said this about a Bond film as well before. I think, as much as I love mine, I think there are better cars to pick for a car chase. You'd want something that's able to go fast and that is
keep its liquids inside.
Yeah, that keep its liquids inside and keep other liquids outside.
Not break down.
Personally, I wouldn't. If you want to chase someone, I don't know. I think you'd be better off in a VW Beetle than in a Land Rover. It looks great as a gangster car, but
as an innocent road user, I do think there is something quite plausible about the image of seeing a bunch of Land Rovers driving like twats in my vicinity.
Yeah.
That's something I've seen.
Fair enough. Yeah. Also, I've experienced this. People do leave you more space if you're driving one of them because they don't want to be rear-ended by a 3-ton box of biscuits. So it's probably a good choice if you just want to throw a plastic car out of the way if you just don't want to be able to stop.
Yeah.
I think the story calls for it as well because it needs like the physical space within it for him to do that legitimately horrible scene with the light
There
bulb.
is no physical space inside a Land Rover, though. Have you sat in one?
Yes, but the point is, for the story needs physical space for him to do this. Now, they could have gone like 3 days of the condo and had like a Ford Bronco, which has an insane amount of physical space to like interrogate people, but wouldn't make sense in Russia. They could have used one of those like Lada, is it the Lada Niva? The Russian 4x4?
Spider-Ways.
Which probably would have the physical space, but also looks shit inside and isn't the kind of oligarch mobile as that. I mean, Land Rovers are chosen because they intimidate on the road.
Plutocrat is driving a Russian-made car. Come on.
And they show the wealth and almost kind of like Western alignment in the capitalism kind of sense of Truraven, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they needed something that like projects a sense of bigness, even though, as we're all aware, there's no space in Land Rovers. They're not a fucking TARDIS. But this one has enough space for them to do, I put light bulb in your mouth and you bite it, it go in your lungs and you fucking die.
Yeah, but he should be calling Jack, like, squeezed into the side of the car, like, I have your wife. I cannot sit straight inside my car because I am more than 7, but I will kill her as soon as I have stopped being stuck in the door.
The chase ends pretty abruptly. So, like, one thing, he's calling him on the phone, and they're having the phone chats every now and again. And I think they're not as good as they could be because, like, Chris Pine doesn't have any bars. He's just like, I will find you. I will find you. It's like,
yeah.
Okay, right, yeah. I mean, that's not that good.
Near green levels of sass.
Yeah. Repeated.
You will not be getting away with my wife. I can't believe you're kidnapping my wife. This can't be happening.
Yeah. And then when they do catch up, I do like when he catches up though, because he just kind of runs at the car and smashes the windscreen with a
pipe that he's just located.
And then
really
he must knock out the driver because then it stops and then it zooms and crashes into the car in front of it, which is cool. And then just when you think that Truraven's going to get like some kind of piffy line or something, he just gets punched in the face and knocked out, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy just Chris Pine just banging him out. It's great.
I mean, that's the Marine in him, right? That's like, you want to win a war, tell it the Marines, you know?
Yeah.
You want to stop a Russian oligarch just before he launches it, the main portion of his monologue, just tell it the Marines, man. Fucking switch him off.
Really enjoy that. And then obviously Cathy Ryan's rescued and what we thought might have started to be like the dramatic climax of the movie, which in all the other Jack Ryan movies, not all of them, but like Patriot Games, for example, ends with like a big kind of attack on his home and his family's in danger and stuff. So you would think you would be forgiven for thinking that the big kind of worry here is something's happening to Cathy, but no, she's rescued. Yeah. And then, as you said earlier on, what should be the A plot of this movie, but it's been shunted into like a weird 2 scenes worth of subplot background,
is further revealed.
Is the main, which is the main attack on the movie. And I think, right, so I it's weird. It's definitely an evidence of rewrites, because when I was watching the scene where they're sat on the park bench and Harper is explaining the whole issue to the movie to Jack Ryan, he's saying, like, you know, they're going to trade all this stuff off. I honestly zoned out. They're going to do all these trades. They're going to do all the trades at the same time. It's going to crash the markets. And like China is going to be affected weirdly worse than Russia. I don't know why, because they don't have oil reserves, but Russia's got oil reserves. So they're going to bounce back. But America hasn't got any manufacturing anymore. Bad libs. And
fucking shit libs. America doesn't have manufacturing anymore. Smash cut to the sleeper agent working at Ford Motor Plant in Michigan.
Yeah. But yeah. So America's not manufacturing anymore. America sucks. America's not going to bounce back. And people are going to start calling it the American crisis, but then they're going to call it what it really is, the Second Great Depression. I was watching that going, yeah, okay, that's not like a compelling movie for you, though, because if that were to happen, there's not like a really obvious visual image of like, oh, the Second Great Depression's happened, or it's about to happen. Like unless like the end shot of the movie is like some dude from Wall Street stepping out of his window and flinging himself at the pavement, like Jack Ryan's pal. At which point, you know, in 2014, not too long after the financial crash, a little bit of it would have been like, whee! Oh my god!
No, man, the fucking right. It's like the worst case scenario. This financial crash happens. Jack Ryan's fuckboy friend, or the bankers, stand in front of the National Archives, and they're like, I, as a bank, have carried out so much corruption nationally and internationally. They just like shoot themselves in the fucking head. It's like commit suicide in increasingly gory ways, which due to this film's budget would be better than the way the Neil Breen film showed it. They would like run into like static
of the bank.
they would like run face first and like static chainsaws and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. So what they did...
That plot point doesn't really work if half of the people are just waiting for the economy to crash so they can afford a house.
Yeah, and coin a shit ton of money.
Yeah, so it's like
this is the problem with this movie.
Is actually worse than in the 20s. Can we just maybe just kill the bankers anyway without a terrorist plot?
This is the problem, is that it's too complicated for the average moviegoer to kind of really like get an emotional handle on, because we're not watching Margin Call or like The Big Short even. I need a scene in this movie where Margot Robbie in a bubble bath drinking champagne explains to me like why this is a bad thing, because unfortunately like Kevin Costner sat on a park bench in Moscow is not doing it for me. Like I zoned out big time.
I mean, the thing is, like they actually talk about like real kind of financial crime things, like dark pool insider trading and stuff like that.
Pool algorithms and all that stuff. Yeah.
So like, I mean, I did like a little bit of reading into dark pools. I didn't fucking understand it at all. You know, I mean, I'm about to start a course on like anti-money laundering and financial crime and stuff, and that's going to be a fucking hangout when I do that. I gotta say, it's going to be hard. But at the minute, I don't fuck about dick about it, and because I'm the average moviegoer at this point, you know. Yep. Won't someone think of the economy?
Right. Yeah. So the
terrorist plot, yeah.
So the terrorist plot kicks in, and it turns out that there's, as you mentioned, a sleeper cell operating in Pennsylvania. Well, they're in Michigan, but apparently it's like nobody bombs Pennsylvania. No, they're in Pennsylvania because they've obviously moved from after they've been dicked, I think, haven't they?
Because it's like kind of like bomb factory. Like it shifts as like bomb factory stuff to Pennsylvania. He's got like there's like a bit of a rat line to this like shack in Pennsylvania where he's gonna make a fucking Alfred Murrow Federal Building style truck bomb, you know, Oklahoma City Redux.
Another thing that didn't ever make sense to me, but I guess kind of does if you read it between the lines, but isn't really said explicitly in the movie, is that the young man who was the operative, I guess, in the cell, I think is meant to be Chevron's son.
Yeah, they determined it when they're on that flight back from Russia, when they do the incredibly rapid intelligence analysis.
Indeed. So all the bullshit that he was saying earlier on about going, my son died.
Photos of him when he's 8.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. It's it's redunk. Like if you had access to that already, then surely this is already swept up, right? Like yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, so they determined that he is the guy and that they're going to attack New York and Wall Street. There's one really good bit where Anatoly, during the B plot, has determined he's being followed by like an FBI agent or somebody. So he kills him with a knife, finds his badge, finds his FBI and has to go on the run. But he turns up to his old work and the most incongruous thing happens, which for British people is seeing Sinbad from Brookside. Hey, Al, everyone's looking for you.
The FBI's been all over this place.
What's going on? Are you in trouble or something? Says a guy who ordinarily has a really thick Scouse accent.
What's going on?
And then what's going on? Hey, anyway, right? So then Anatoly stabs him, and there's that weird little camera thing where it pushes in as he's getting shoved against the fence.
Dolly's in on him.
Yeah. It's like, what
movie was for a second?
Why was one shot in this movie directed by Tony Scott? Like, what happened?
It's like, is this a forbidden fucking jutsu? Because it's all of a sudden an anime scene, right?
Yeah. And it's like, weird. Sinbad from Brookside. Had to mention it. So strange. Sanya, you won't know Brookside. Brookside was a soap opera, and for a time in the United Kingdom, there was like each of the major terrestrial channels had like 1 or 2 tentpole soap operas going on. So you had like EastEnders, Coronation Street, ITV also had Emmerdale, but coming in off the top rope was Channel 4 with its attempt at this, which is Brookside, all set in a cul-de-sac in Liverpool.
Where everything happened. Everything went down.
And like Brookside was like, they're all pretty like far-fetched, like dramatic stories. Coronation Street was probably the least. Coronation Street had like every couple of years or so, they would do like one big tentpole thing to try and like reset the balance a bit. And if they had to
someone would get murdered or something.
Yeah, someone would get murdered, or there was like the famous train crash, and there was Nasty Nick and all that kind of stuff. This is like deep cultural lore. I'm not gonna bother with you. But like Emmerdale did the same thing. Emmerdale had its own version of the Lockerbie crash.
When an airliner crashed into the village pub, by the way. That's not a joke, Sanya.
That actually happened, yeah, and it took out like 7 major cast members were taken out, basically reframed. Basically, what happened was I watched an incredibly long YouTube video about this several months ago. I know, right? So, so what happened was they changed the filming location for like the village that Emmerdale was set in, because before this point it was called Emmerdale Farm, and it was like almost single camera between different shots, and they didn't have a single location to wrap everything together. And then they got like their own basic like small village, which they had like secured the rights to like film or in, and they had like sets built and stuff, and they're like, we need to like rebuild and transition to like the new Emmerdale. How are we going to do this? We'll fucking drop a plane on the old one, and then we'll like transition to the new Emmerdale on completion. Anyway, right, that's a different show. Brookside.
But can I just say that there was that iconic scene when someone delivers the line, "Mr. Prime Minister, a second plane has hit the Woolpack."
That didn't happen. That didn't happen, Sonia.
Oh, what are you now? A fucking Woolpack truther?
You can't lie to him.
A fucking 1994 or whatever it was Emmerdale plane crash truther. I see what's going on here. This is not a conspiracy theory podcast.
I can't remember. I think it was 92. Anyway, right. So Brookside was like the Scouse version, and it had a bunch of obviously Scouse characters, same sort of level of drama. Key things from Brookside: the United Kingdom's first lesbian kiss ever took place, and it was Emma Friel, who you might know from Marcella.
It was Anna Friel. My wife
Anna Friel.
is Emma Friel.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
It wasn't Rory's wife. It was the actress Anna Friel.
Please leave that in the podcast. That is
Different
so fucking
Friel.
funny.
Why? Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
hell, man. She's not. She's just in the CIA.
oh, thank God. Oh man. And then the only thing I was going to say about Brookside after this was there's one thing that ties it back to our podcast, which is in it was who got her start in acting was a young actress called Lisa Faulkner, who I don't know if you remember, Rory. She was like I forgot whose family she was in, but she had like a nose ring, and it changed my life. Like
Mother, may I?
Yeah, when I saw her, I was like, oh my goodness. And then she would be in the first episode of Spooks. Spooks was an amazing like show on BBC about MI5, and every week there'd be like a terror plot they've got to like unpack and resolve. But the thing about Spooks was it was the first like big major TV show, at least on the BBC, where like anyone could die. Well before Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So in the first episode, you're introduced to this team that you think is going to be like Bugs. It's going to be the team that's going to deal with it every week.
Bugs mentioned.
And then in that first episode, like Lisa Faulkner just gets her head put into like a chip, like a deep fat fryer, and it's just killed in the most brutal way. And it's like, oh, I guess she's not on the fucking team anymore.
Incredible.
Yeah, real bad. And then she would go on in real life to marry celebrity chef John Turturro, and win Celebrity Master Chef, and that's Lisa Faulkner. Anyway, right, back to the movie. There's a fucking bomb underneath Wall Street. I guess it's going to go off, and
it's going to bring 6 to 7 buildings down. You caught that right.
Yeah, 6 to 6, 7. And are going to get, bro, 6, 7. Buildings are going to get knocked down. Jack Ryan stops it by stealing a police van and having a fight with Anatoly in the back of it. And he
doing cardio.
Crashes off the dock into the Hudson, I guess.
He also borrows the fuckboy motorcycle.
He does borrow the fuckboy motorcycle.
He does, yeah, that he's like super good at driving. Don't worry, man. Don't worry about it. It's just Clancy. Don't worry about it.
It's just Clancy. Don't worry about it. And then, the van crashes into the Ogden, and then a really unnecessary big explosion effect happens, and it looks a bit janky, and I don't like it very much. Anyway, all the bad guys die. There's a bit like A Smoke of All Fears. There's a little cleanup scene where Chevron gets killed by the FSB, and it's Mikhail Burjikov, the ballet dancer, shoots him.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's wild. Burjikov even. He's an interesting guy. Defected from the SSR in 1974. Weird to see him playing in the FSB, but very fun. So he shoots him. Shoots a guy who's going to die anyway. Seems unnecessary. I
mean, it's just like euthanasia at this point, right?
Yeah, exactly. I put him out his misery. Yeah, like now your son actually is dead. Yeah, but okay. And then there's a little scene where Jack Ryan and Cathy are in the hospital because Jack's all beaten up, and they do a little kind of their version of that bit in Raiders of the Lost Ark where she's like, where can I kiss you where it doesn't hurt? And he's like, I guess here doesn't hurt, that kind of thing. And the very final scene of the movie is Kevin Costner and Jack Ryan talking about a meeting that's about to happen, and he's If he doesn't ask you about it, he doesn't want to know. Keep it short, keep it concise. And can you ever get that Boy Scout on a field trip look off your face? And he's like, no, that's one of the things I love about you, Jack. And then they go into the room and, it's the Oval Office. And he goes, nice to meet you, Mr. President. I'm Jack Ryan. And it ends. And it's like,
and it's
my God.
And it's fucking President Mitt Romney.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So the dude's voice is like really clean, like a white dude. And this came out in 2014, just before the 2015 sort of primary race for the end of 2015 elections into the 2016 presidency, right? So before Trump. And this is from a simpler time where everyone thought like a normal Republican would be on the ballot, right? So these guys who love the CIA, love American manufacturing, and are deeply passionate about having a white dude in the White House, clearly put a guy whose voice was to sound like a bit like Mitt Romney, is my hypothesis. I floated it past my wife yesterday, and she was like, "What are you basing that on?" I'm like, "Vibes, babe, just vibes."
Do you think we're gonna see like films like that where they do a Donald Trump like voice?
God, could you imagine?
What is your name,
Christ.
son? It's Ryan. So, oh, beautiful name, wonderful name. Somebody had to have that name.
Well, I mean, in this like version, him and his CIA boss go into the Oval Office, and they just got like bollocked by Donald Trump for acting against the Russians, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you done, you fucking idiots?
They killed Shavrin. He was a good man. Very good man.
You killed a beautiful
I like
Russian man.
Raven. I like Raven. I let him fuck my wife." Or rather, I also let him fuck all the porn stars that I'm paying to have sex with. He's great. He's going to make Russia great again. He's going to make America small again. Fucking hell, man.
Oh, man.
But instead, they had like fucking Mitt Romney style. Do you remember, like, at the time, there was a Gangnam Style parody song, Mitt Romney style.
What the fuck?
Mitt, yeah, but I got a horse in the Olympics, man, but I don't even watch them. Bad. Mitt Romney style.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
So we kind of through the end there because it's just a tight 90. It's a standard kind of like action movie. It didn't feel like a Tom Clancy movie to me.
They could have and probably should have made him more linked to the FSB, not just a rich guy who's doing a little bit of kind of dirty work on their behalf, because on one hand, he's got the ability to set up sleeper agents and stuff. And he's obviously very, very wealthy and very, very influential, but also he's being kept at a bit too much arm's length from the FSB. And I wonder if this was kind of like, because context of when the film was made, Russia was certainly being a shitty country to people on the global stage. 2014 was when its initial invasion of Ukraine began. And I think this film was out a little bit before that. Is that right? 12?
No, this is January 2014.
2014, there you go. So at this point, Russia's obviously
It's already
been
started.
very shitty. They've invaded Georgia beforehand.
2008, sorry.
Yeah, there's been 2 Chechen wars, but I think there was maybe this kind of the Russians are our friends now kind of thing still in Hollywood.
Yeah, to an
extent. And I wonder if it's kind of, let's make him just a guy who's doing wet works for a certain nastier part of the government, because, maybe we want to sell this film to Russian language markets,
Wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they should have leaned. Okay, they probably would have opened themselves up to some massive litigation, but they should have leaned a little bit more heavily into him being basically Roman Abramovich, right? Like
that'd be fucking amazing, actually.
Like he just happens to own Chelsea as well.
It's like, you know what, mate? They filmed so much of this movie in England, then they could have easily got away with that. Actually, it's like, I own a generic English football club,
Richmond AFC from Ted Lasso.
You come and sit in executive box with me. We watch game of your Anglosphere football.
What would that have done to the "you're having an affair" subplot, though? It would have robbed us of the psychotic wife getting on a plane to Moscow scene.
She's taken a domestic flight to Dearborn, Michigan instead.
That is a good point. Like,
unannounced, gets on a Greyhound bus to the next town.
You know what? I love the energy that she thinks she's having an affair, but she decides to like do a red-eye Greyhound bus to it, surrounded by like screaming kids and people who've got warrants and stuff like that.
It's like that the astronaut who like put on a nappy and like drove across the country to like confront her husband and his new missus.
Yes, incredible scenes. So yeah, you could have like had that kind of thing, couldn't you? In summary, hard agree, Mike. They could have made him more government connected, yet they're not. And I think it's because, we've got to make it like maybe some people aren't as villainous a nation as they used to be. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
France.
Wow.
Can't imagine an alternate ending when the camera cuts away at the end of the film. It's just Emmanuel Macron testing his fingers at a desk, going, just as planned.
It's like Nicolas Sarkozy and his wife Carla Bruni. Yeah.
Fucking Sarkozy, who was like legitimately like Chevron Maxing in real life, right? Yeah. I mean, Sarkozy has become a fucking Bond villain. What he did like 10 days of prison or something, and then just walked out. It's like, what even is, with all due respect to our French listeners, what even is France? There is an insane documentary on Netflix. I forget its name, but it's like regarding the apprehension of 2 French private pilots who like allegedly smuggled a load of coke into some Latin American country, and the French put on this like special operation to get them back. It was arranged by some politician, some MP, and it was like kind of the tactical lead on it, the John Clark of it, was basically fucking Jean-Marie Le Pen's big minder. Like, he was incredibly linked to Front National. And it's wild. You should check it out. It's really fucking good.
Sort of the everyman, isn't he? I mean, I suspect that's... although you can't really be the everyman looking like Chris Pine, but I think that's sort of the idea of it, is that it is, as I said before, instead of this kind of 007 character or the kind of Jason Bourne, it is the guy that's kind of found in the middle of something that he can't quite cope with and finds that, he can. So it's more along those lines than the kind of absolute trained killer. Although he is also a trained killer.
So I've got some hot takes and some mild takes, some cold takes on the casting of this film. It's got big name actors at the top of the bill, doesn't it? So we've got Chris Pine, who has been in a lot. Kevin Costner has been in a lot. Keira Knightley, who's been in a lot. And we've covered Chris Pine and Kevin Costner in previous episodes. So probably more fair to look into Keira Knightley and her work, right? I mean,
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley.
You mean Elizabeth Swann?
Elizabeth Swann. Imagine goes like a Sheridan, try wearing a corset. And then just like fucking shoots him with multiple flintlock pistols that she pulls out of her frock coat. You see, that's an alternative ending. She appears from the bushes and murks him with a blunderbuss.
One of my favorite bit of movie commentary is Keira Knightley talking to Orlando Bloom about the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and she's talking about how she had to have a stunt double run up a flight of stairs for her in costume because Gore Verbinski didn't want her falling over while running up a flight of stairs wearing a dress.
Wasn't that with Orlando Bloom? Wasn't that with the guy who plays Commodore Norrington, who's like just sits there and looks at her like?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Double for running up the stairs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. That's right. It's Jack Davenport. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
That's almost as good as Steven Seagal using a stunt double for walking scenes.
And you can just hear the powdered wig in his disgust at that statement. It's just like, you what?
So good.
Angry powdered wig noises.
And then he tells her how he took days to try and learn how to fling around his sword just in the background, but he's just out of shot and not in focus, so nobody really sees it. And he's disappointed that nobody pays attention to it.
It's like fucking Mike Wazowski being covered by the barcode or whatever it is in Monsters, Inc.
This was so hard to do. And it's like, nobody asked you to do this.
Brilliant.
So good.
So yeah,
Keira Knightley, obviously she's done some previous thriller maxing. She was in the film London Boulevard in 2010, crime thriller with Colin Farrell, Michael Thewlis, and Ben Chaplin, known from the first season of Game On before he dipped on Game On and went for a serious-ass film career. We have hit some obscure British TV series lore tonight.
Sanya's not going to know what Game On is.
Fuck
its
me.
Awesome theme tune. Where I find my
heaven. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking.
Wheels on the bus. Right. Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
She was in a Tony Scott movie.
Yeah.
Domino.
We're
going to do that eventually, I think, where she plays an assassin.
I think we need to, because you know what? I haven't seen the film. but it looks really fucking cool. I was going
It
to
once
say,
again has
is that
Keira Knightley with guns, so yes.
I have a visceral
Based.
memory of being when I was at uni in Preston, 2004 to 2006, 7. There was like a giant big billboard immediately outside my window in my third year, and then I just remember like a good 1 month long stretch of it just being a giant picture of Keira Knightley. Just like every morning, like, oh, there's Keira Knightley. Good morning, Keira Knightley. And it was
that's incredibly city living pill, and I actually love it.
Yeah.
Like, that's like this was a season of your life that was a neo-noir kind of film, when every morning you wake up your blinds,
That's so
and
good.
you're like, Keira Knightley's looking at me again.
Oh my god, it's like that bit from the new Blade Runner.
That's exactly it.
It's
That
like-
now good Joe. You look like
You look lonely.
I can fix that.
yeah.
God, no, she couldn't fix that. She could make me worse. Yeah, she has been in quite a few pretty fucking great films, but then again, she is like one of the big actors in this movie, so I want to look at like I said, one of the ones like below the lines kind of thing, you know?
Can we talk about Colm Feore?
Yes.
He
go.
plays Jack Ryan's boss in this at Wall Street at the bank.
Yes.
But we saw him very recently in The Sum of All Fears as the South
Yes.
African arms dealer who gets his throat slit by John Clark.
Yes, get in.
That was it.
What
That's
a
all I want to
scene.
say.
Fucking amazing. We have guys below the top line. Like I said, we've got Konstantin, one of the local CIA team in Moscow, is a guy called Len Kudrovsky, actually born in the USSR. This guy's done some major thriller maxing. He's done lots and lots of German cinema, intriguingly. I'm going to pull some of these up and just like run names of films by Sanya, actually.
Let's watch Sanya's reaction.
Yeah, let's just fucking really quickly pull this guy's pedigree up. Len, stuff he has done in German. Katrin und Wladimir was his first role, a TV movie in 1996.
No reaction.
Yeah, no reaction. Für alle Fälle Stephanie, TV series.
No reaction.
No reaction. Operation Phoenix.
A slight furrowing of the brow.
Slight furrowing of the brow. A TV series from 1997. I have no explanation of this at all. Oh, hold on. When it first aired in 1997, it was discontinued after only one episode.
Sanya was a baby.
Yeah, Sanya was literally just born. The remaining 10, due to poor feedback and lack of viewers, the remaining 10 episodes were finally aired in 1999.
Wow.
We've got, he was in Babylon Berlin, by the way.
I love Babylon Berlin.
Yeah, Babylon Berlin mentioned.
Right, look this guy up.
Yeah. Der Kuss
This
des
guy.
Grashüpfers. Is that the kiss of the grasshoppers? Sanya.
The what? Come again?
Der Kuss des Grashüpfers.
You know he was in, I'm just looking up, you know he was in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan TV series, right?
Yep, it was indeed. I was coming right to Sarhan Lichkin. That was in the series that had the Russians in it as villains. I believe the season.
I've not got up to that one yet.
Right, it is not the best.
Yeah.
It isn't the best. He was like, I mean, this guy is like Russian maxed in a lot of his characters for obvious reasons. I love these TV movies that have English and German in the title. Starfighter, Sie wollten den Himmel erobern. Blinking from Sanya.
Yeah, I'm
pilots.
just getting German-filled PTSD from starfighters being mentioned. We bought these and we decided to use them for close air support instead of as an interceptor, and then wondered why everyone kept ramming theirs into the ground at Mach 3. So there's an ongoing joke in Germany that used to go, if you want to buy a starfighter, just buy an acre of land.
Incredible. Well, Sanya, do I have a series summary for you? Young pilots of the German Air Force only want to fly the new starfighter. But after a short time, more and more pilots crash and die, and the German government and the Air Force cover up these incidents.
Oh my God.
And for synopsis, it reads, it looks like we don't have any synopsis for this title yet.
Amazing.
Gemma Chan playing Amy Chang, the other CIA officer involved in like the little surveillance van thing,
Oh,
who gets
yeah.
very, very few lines. at all,
Yeah, I remember
which
her.
is a shame.
She was in The Creator.
Yeah, she
She's
had a
gonna
big run in Humans, big run.
That's right. She's going to be in the new 007 First Light game by IO Interactive.
That's cool.
The Hitman developers making their Bond movie game.
Oh, shit, that'll be awesome.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
She was in Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
And The
She was in
Eternals.
Doctor Who as well, because she was in The Eternals. Sigh. She was in Doctor Who. Like, I think every British actor has to have a go at that in one point. Elena Velikanova, the assistant of Cherevin, another Russian-born, USSR-born actor in this film, mainly worked in Russian TV and cinema. Most recent role appears to be the Russian remake of the TV show Medium.
Wow.
Which is a thing that exists.
Wow.
She was in that sort of one-season run in 2024. Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit's one of the few Anglosphere films she's worked on. According to Wikipedia, in 2022, she was like, I'm fucking off from Russia, and literally fled to Ukraine and moved to Kyiv. So this was like a Russian actually made it to Kyiv.
Wow. Okay.
Move. So yeah, like she obviously took the kind of the right side of history move there. I think we can all agree. Maybe even the FSB officer who probably has to listen to this, because we do have one listen
in Russia. Yeah. Before he's turned on his VPN.
Fucking hell. Yeah, it's like, no, I am Johnny Amerikansky. Fuck the Dodgers. Yes.
Can you see?
By Vladimir Putin's red light. So, she's done a bunch of Russian stuff, a lot of comedies, a lot of serious stuff. She was in a film called The Best Movie in 2008, and here is its summary. Vadik Volnov dies on his own wedding of cannabis overdose and has to prove to God that he is worthy to enter heaven. During his conversation with God's secretary, Vadik recalls numerous memorable moments of his earthly existence.
That sounds class.
It's like, I'm the first man to die of weed overdose. It's like, I would send him to hell just for being so weak with his drugs. The sleeper agent assassin, played by Alec Utkov.
Yes.
Another Slavic actor playing a Slavic character. Holy shit, this film is Slav-maxing with its casting, which is pretty impressive, because it's like a lot of these films, you'll see a bunch of guys like Kenneth Branagh who just don't have that...
The brass neck of that man.
Yeah.
To fill his movie with actual Eastern Europeans and Slavs, and then him to go, but I will play the big Russian bad guy. I classically trained Kenneth Branagh from the Royal Shakespeare Company will play this Russian crime boss.
Yeah. So Alec Utkov, born in Kyiv, moved to the UK at an early age. Obviously born in the Ukrainian SSR at the time that then got its independence after he moved here, I think. He was in Slow Horses. He is in Slow Horses.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Cool.
As an A400 crewman.
Nice.
His first role in anything was playing Chief Hacker in an episode of Spooks in 2010.
There we go. Spooks mentioned.
A show that is now shown on the IMDb as being called MI5.
I don't know what that's about, unless it's syndicated.
Probably syndicated in the States, I imagine. But he's best known as Dr. Alexei in Stranger Things, a show that I've got no knowledge of at all. It's a total cultural blind spot for me.
Not interested.
He's also in a show called River, or was in a show called River, with a friend of the podcast, Stellan Skarsgård, the man who burned his future for a sunrise you'll never see. The man who was an arrogant ass, and he killed us. So that's like a guy who's gone from... he's gone from being a kind of major character in Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit to being a fucking random pilot at the start of Rogue Nation in the big A400 stunt, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that's cool.
Nonso Anosi played BB Deng.
Yes.
He's done a lot of voice acting work. Mandalorian, Doctor Who. He's done video game work for games such as Brink, a game I'm aware of, Golden Compass, a game I'm aware of that flopped, Conflict Denied Ops, a game I'm not aware of, but boy, oh boy, if it's got one word and a colon and then 2 words after it, all bets are off, man. It's fucking go. He opened his career with thriller maxing as well. He was in Prime Suspect. He was in the 2011 Conan that I still think's good. He played Idi Amin in 7 Days in Entebbe. I think he's well cast in that. I'm going to throw this to the Shakespearean boys in the team. Do you think he was well cast as Oberon in A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Yeah, probably.
I would say he's got that kind of gravitas about him.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He played Samson in the biblical miniseries The Bible.
Cool.
I'm not getting shit fights about the casting of a series by Bible stories, but I can see him pulling those pillars down, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and on a total domestic living situation, my wife has been trying to cut my hair all weekend.
Do not.
To sap my energy.
Oh, yeah.
Sap my energy. And the last bit of casting, we've got Peter Anderson, Swedish actor, playing Dmitry Lenkov, Traven's head of security. This guy's Swede Max. He's Nordic pilled. He was in fucking Wallander for a start.
Class.
You can't get
Kenny
more.
B.
Yeah, you can't get more Nordic motoring than that. He was in all 3 of the original.
Another European. I was going to say another European accent that kind of Branagh feels confident that he can do.
Yes, holy shit. The brass neck of Kenneth Branagh, man. I bet he fucking goes to McDonald's drive-thru and like orders things in like a fucking Venezuelan accent or something like that. and then he pulls up the window and just like the audacity, the fucking audacity of this man.
Kenny B.
What the hell? Kenny B. But yeah, Anderson was in all 3 of the Swedish versions of the girl with the XYZ tattoo, girl with the drowned tattoo, girl who
kicked the hornet's nest,
playing one of the
whatever to the fire. Yeah,
antagonists. He was in its spin-off TV series Millennium, and he's recently was in a drama series called Estonia about the sinking of the MS Estonia that I would prefer not to watch because that would be harrowing.
Yeah,
fucking harrowing. So yeah, there goes some interesting notes, I think, about the casting. Weapons free. It isn't like a super gun heavy film. I do like the kind of quite silly gun check table they have at the airport. Like, they're just lying there,
table.
aren't they?
Like
they're just lying on a fucking folding table. Magazines out next to them under the gaze of some probably underpaid civil servants, you know, and like BB Dang retrieves there's a CZ100 from it. There's some other stuff on there. There's some kind of Beretta. There's an IWI Jericho. And what I like about this is when he gets to the hotel, he puts a suppressor on it at some point. So Jack Ryan doesn't really leave his sight. Well, sorry, he doesn't leave Jack Ryan's sight really until Jackie Boy walks ahead of him in the hotel. So we can assume that when he's turned his pistol in to the border guards or whatever, right? He's kept the suppressor in his pocket. So he's like going through like fucking security checks with just this fucking can just in his trousers. And they're like, what's that? And he's like, oh, it's just a Ugandan oil filter. Don't worry about it. He has fucking 20 rubles with a value of about 7 cents or something. It's like, oh, whatever. We don't care. Fucking love that. Sidearm is a Heckler & Koch USP. Now we've established in canon of this show that the G36 is the rifle of cunts, right? Very few decent people in these films or thriller films in general seem to use the G36. However, we don't have the data yet to show if Heckler & Koch make sidearms exclusively for cunts in movies as well. Sanya, what's your service pistol?
I have to check who actually produces that piece of fuck.
Come.
The main issue with the P8 is that it's too big for most people.
They're very big. They're very big aircraft. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Poseidon maxing.
I have hands the size of frying pans, but most people don't, and it's got a rather large trigger weight if you compare it to every other service pistol available to anyone else, especially if you compare it to German police weapons. And always fun because this leads to mostly women not being able to use the damn thing properly because their hands are just too small.
Jesus, that's an accessibility issue.
HK, yeah.
There we go. So Sanya's certified not a cunt. So, however,
You say that
jury's
now.
still out.
Just give me 5 minutes.
I'm shifting into cunt mode.
I am a terrible pistol marksman as well, so there's that.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're using your pistol, the situation's gone too far, right? I mean, you use your pistol to fight your way to the enemy's rifle or whatever they say, you know? So,
I'm a Navy man. I use the pistol to blow my brains out so I don't get captured.
What the?
just like lies down on the fucking like naval ensign and just domes himself.
Oh, Hans Langsdorff mentioned.
I have the right behind me.
Jesus fucking Christ. Coming in
be
hot.
real. At
What
what point
was that? Was that just? Did we just do a reference to the pocket battleship Graf Spee? Oh my god!
Whoa, man!
Too soon?
Well, I mean, we've talked about like 9/11, so I think we're talking about the Graf Spee at this point. I don't think it's too soon.
Mike, be for real though. In which situation in the Navy do you see yourself needing a handgun if you're not part of a boarding team?
I was going to say, unless I'm in a boarding team, I don't know, representative sport.
Possibly.
Amazing.
Actually, fun fact. Last time I had a handgun mentioned on ship was during trying to do annual handgun qualifications at sea, and it took about one shooter for the first HK to fall into the Baltic Sea.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
And I was sat in the ops room at the time, and we were just watching the firing drills through the flight deck camera, and we just sat there like, did he just? He did.
There's nothing better than watching someone fuck up at work, but through a camera feed where you have nothing to do with the evolution. I love that. On the bridge of a warship once, watched the aft deck camera show the Welling Lambie Davitt slew in board one of our Sea Foxes, the training round, and just watched it fall out of its like launcher onto the deck. And it's like, someone's fucked that, but it wasn't me.
It's like watching a very mild version of Live Leak, where it's just people having embarrassing accidents. It's not people like being gunned down in like the streets of Mexico City, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just last bit, like pistol maxing and like storytelling, I think it's actually, because I always say that like with like the armoring of these films, it often like it kind of adds stuff for the story that's mainly aimed at people like me who are like undiagnosed, but something's not right.
By the way, amazing T-shirt for me, for you, Mike, probably as well. The screen crop, it just says diagnosed for me.
Luckily, looking at our YouTube figures, nobody watches this, so it's all right.
We'll put so much fucking visual humor into it, goddammit, as well.
That's probably a bad thing for a podcast, dude.
Right, check it out.
We're going to do audibly wear a costume.
We need audio kind of descriptions, right? But it's got to be Brian Blessed doing it.
Oh my god, we should do like Shakespeare scene or stage directions. Like
Yes.
enter Rory wearing a green shirt.
I have a delivery coming. Excellent.
What, you egg? So,
Exit internet connection.
so don't fucking jinx it for any of us.
Let's move this thing along before it happens.
So yeah, like last bit, like I said, a little bit of kind of storytelling is the only like really like representation of Soviet weapons, apart from like an AKS-74U you briefly see at the airport, is Cherevin gets iced with a suppressed Makarov. And that's like the old school Soviets getting rid of the guy who's done the wet work. Baryshnikov just fucking turns up and ices him.
I have a fun fact about Russians doming people with Russian guns, by the way.
Oh, okay.
The KGB used to be just internal things, and their main job used to be just doming people in prisons, and they tended to use Russian guns for that, but Russian guns at that time were shit, so they actually bought German guns.
Holy fuck.
So they were actually using PPKs to dome people in prisons.
Bloody hell.
Technically, shooting someone with a Makarov isn't very Russian Secret Service.
Yeah, but it's like Soviet Union coded, but you're totally right there, mate. You are
We
totally
are shooting
right.
so many people so fast, the guns jam. Does
Holy fuck.
someone have a gun that doesn't jam?
German efficiency. The NKVD officers who killed the Romanov family used Browning pistols.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There you go.
America mentioned. American Industrial Complex mentioned. But yeah, Baryshnikov is in a film that was filmed near where you work. There was a film called White Nights, and it was filmed in Campbelltown at the airbase there.
God, yeah. Well, it's an airport now, but yeah.
Yeah. So that was a friend and former guest of the podcast, Jen, messages one like, holy shit, there was this film, this like kind of your alley kind of thing. It's like thriller movie that was filmed like where my mom's from, you know. So
that's wild. That I keep forgetting that mum's from Campbelltown. I'm there all the time. I'm driving there immediately after this call.
yeah. Just go fucking say hi to Jen's extended family when you're there and be like, hey. She's on our podcast. Why don't you start listening to it?
I did have a funny Americans moment in Campbelltown last week when I was in a fish and chip shop, and there was 2 American tourists there talking to the guy, and the guy who owns the fit shop is they're like a Bangladeshi family. And they were talking for a few minutes. The wife had to step out and get some cash and come back, and the dude was talking to him. When she came back, she was like, he was like, I've just been talking to the guy, and she was like, oh, cool. Where is he from? And then he went, I don't know. And it was like, mate, you were talking to him about Bangladesh for like 5 minutes. I stood right here, listened to the whole thing.
Fucking hell.
You've already like brain dumped it. What the fuck? And then it's like so rude. And then, oh my God. And then the woman, because she's never been in a chip shop before and doesn't know how it works, obviously just go in there, you ask for what you're having, and then you pay for it when it's all ready. But because she wasn't given a ticket and there wasn't a fucking McDonald's screen that said like, collect your order or anything, she went back up to the counter and was like, do I have to order again? I was like, it's good Tuesday evening. Calm down. Oh my God. Like, yeah.
Amazing.
Cultural differences.
Fun. So,
yeah.
Weapons.
Okay. Quotes. Who's got any good bars from this film?
I was just going to ask Mike, since we've talked about Ryan's CIA boss's position in the organization before, that guy gets on a sniper rifle. Do you know any commanders you trust around a sniper rifle? Because I can't think of a single one.
Yeah, I was going to think that. Like a US Navy 3-ring commander cut about with a sniper rifle. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's seriously dangerous.
That's like battleship levels of plot nonsense.
For
She's
real.
Petty Officer Rihanna manning the minigun. Yeah.
At least we don't have a scene when he assembles it from its fucking component parts.
Oh, yeah.
Puts a scope on it, doesn't even bore sight it or anything, and is immediately perfect and good to go. So you have quotes from the film, bars. I think the quote about it being, it's a QP dog, quasi-personal. I took it from someone's yard. I'm paraphrasing, but that was good. That was a bar.
Yeah, I don't think it's like pithily written enough for it to have like loads and loads of bars, but like there's lots of stuff that's such weird. Like I'm in the CIA, thank God, and like the reaction to that. Different time, different empire, same graveyard. That's pretty cool, I guess.
I mean, the thing is, when most people give did you know that Afghanistan's graveyard of empires, man? It's a bit like guy down the pub who's like, listen, Iran's like the one guy in the gym who gives you shit and he can't lift, man, and you got to punish him, that kind of shit. Coming from Kenneth Branagh, it does actually sound kind of cool and wise.
There's another one. Yeah, so Kenneth Branagh sells a lot of this dialogue. For all the sass we've given him today, he does do pretty well with what he's got. Cathy Muller, if we're going to be married, I'd like to know that I can trust him. Victor Shevrin, trust, truth. I think it's like most opinions, best unexpressed.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good. Oh, Jack Ryan. Jesus, you weren't kidding. You are in the CIA. Harper, somebody has to be. Someone has to be.
Someone has to be. It's a living. It's a fucking living, right? Victor Cherevin, I liked where I were.
You flew all the way to Moscow to surprise him or to catch him. Which was it?
I like that. Regret, it piles up around us like books we never read.
Well, that's good, actually. I like that.
That's actually a fucking bar.
Very
I do like
poetic.
That. And it kind of like pushes him. It's like this like very intellectual kind of guy who's also like aware that time is fucking short for him. So that is a decent little line.
Oh, this is a good one, actually, from Com Fior, who's his boss, Rob Berenger.
Yeah.
Victor Shevrin is completely unpredictable, and it's Russia. Insider trading is legal over there. It's the Wild West. They're still ideologues, but the new ideology is money. They're not a country, they're a corporation, which is why we're here in the first place. I don't rock the boat, Berenger. It's not a boat. It's a goddamn luxury yacht, and we're all on it together, so don't fucking sink us.
It's Roman Abramovich's luxury yacht with the fucking Sea-Wiz system on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's decent. Sanya, any bars from you? Any good quotes that you enjoyed?
No, we you've covered it pretty much. I think overall this film was fairly unquotable.
Yeah.
There is one more. Amy Chang is like when Chevron like leaves a building and she's using all the code words. She goes, "Exit. Snowball is rolling."
Yeah.
And that's like, what?
Snowball. I like it. I noticed that they have like a bird code name, don't they, as well? Like their unit's got a bird related code name, which is very
Condor coded.
Condor pilled. And also going back to my absolute adoration of Mary Pat Foley from the Tom Clancy Jack Ryan novels, all of the agents she ran had bird code names like Cardinal of the Cromlin, etc. So this is just another post from Rory, the chief of the Mary Pat Foley fan club.
One thing annoyed me.
She's cool.
Oh, that's that is cool. Sorry, one thing annoyed me, which is when Jack Ryan pieces together that it's a diversion, where the bomb's going to be somewhere else. I think he goes, "It's a diversion. The painting in Chevron's office. It's right out of Napoleon's playbook. It's Waterloo." And I'm like, you fucking lost Waterloo.
Yeah,
he famously lost Waterloo. Yeah. That's not like strategic genius. That was that ended
Son
his
of a bitch!
second run. Son of a bitch!
It's his dead son's birthday. He always destroys the American economy in the bottom half of the hour. Biggest missed opportunity of this film, the Domingo Chavez Missed Opportunity Award. I've got a few, but you guys go first.
I think the heist wasn't in an interesting enough building. You know what I mean? Like, they could have staged that in a more interesting location. So the restaurant was just like a restaurant. The building that he has is just a building. I know he's got like his logo all over the walls and stuff inside.
It's a shit logo as well, by the way. It looks like a fucking secret sigil you see outside a vampire nightclub in Blade.
But I was thinking, as I often do, like, in terms of what would be a good Hitman level. And the good Hitman level for this, right, is it's like the Kremlin itself, right? I know that you obviously can't do it in the Kremlin because he's not part of the establishment, he's not part of the government or whatever. But I was also thinking about what's one of the most maligned Hitman levels, which is that one in Colorado where it's just like a terrorist training camp in the middle of, like, rural America. I don't know, like, it just didn't feel like the middle of this effort to, like, go to Russia and go to Moscow, and I feel like they didn't use it well enough. Like,
I mean, like the film, that particular scene, that building's in London.
Of course it is.
Yeah. I mean, the car chase scene's in Liverpool.
Brilliant. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's cool. That's like movie magic or whatever. But like, if you're gonna have the whole thing of having Moscow there, like, don't just have it be like set dressing for like a couple of key scenes. Like, fold it into the plot properly. They did the same thing on Firefox, where they had like they filmed most of it in Vienna, didn't they? And then they had like a few shots that were like
Vienna, and I think in like Czech Republic or Finland or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was like real fucking height of the Cold War kind of shit. They couldn't even get like AK-47s and any like real numbers to like equip the actors who used Finnish Valmet rifles, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just felt like that was the thing. I think our earlier points about folding the sleeper cell plot more into the movie, because that is easily the more interesting film. If I was going to watch like a multi-series TV show, like, I don't know, like The Americans, like what would I prefer to watch it about? Like this financial bollocks or sleeper agents in like industrialized America in the flyover states. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and it's like that is interesting. I've got a thing I'm just going to kind of swing into regarding the locations as well, because I think a missed opportunity was to have more location shoots in the places that they're meant to be, because I think at some points it really does show that a lot of it was filmed in England. The forest scenes clearly feel very English. I did get some interesting location notes. I'm going to quickly divert into super quick. So, as I said, there's a bare minimum of US location shots. A lot of the New York stuff is London. A lot of the Moscow stuff is London and Liverpool. Dearborn, Michigan scenes are shot in South Hatfield in Hertfordshire.
Wow.
The church is the Church of St. John. And the strip mall is the old South Hatfield shopping parade. Now, the thing that kind of made me go down a rabbit hole on this is like the kind of goofs section on IMDb says there's a National Lottery sign visible during the scene when the young sleeper agent's like running to catch the FBI guy and shank him. And it is like you say, like the National Lottery kind of like circular sign sticking off. It's got an M on it now for Michigan, I guess.
It could be you.
Yeah, it could be you. The sleeper agent could be you. You might not even know. They might use the Winter Soldier activation words on you. They might just say, "I'm tired of this orgasm," when you become like a killing machine. But I did like a quick bit of like super undiagnosed looking into things about this bit of set dressing, because they really did go all out and go quite hard, making this look like an American strip mall with all its like shop fronts and stuff, and it does look quite legit. And I think this like goof on the IMDb gives it a bit of short shrift and says, oh, look, these fucking idiots, there's still a National Lottery sign. Well, the sign's fully changed. But I found it online, I found the location. The South Hatfield shopping parade has now been demolished. It is just next to the church as well, so it's kind of hyper local the way it's shot, which I do like. But there's a pub near it that's still there, and you know what, man? That pub's got a flat roof. There's a flat-roofed pub called the Hatfield Tap just next to it. It was called the Harrier, I think, at the time the film was made. So this is the first film that we've done when you see a legit, actual, factual, probably ultra-violent flat-roofed pub. This is a very British reference.
Has Kenneth Branagh ever had a pint in a flat-roofed pub?
I think he probably has. He's not had a fight in a flat-roofed pub's car park.
No.
He's never won a meat raffle in a flat-roofed pub. He's never done that thing when a member of bar staff drops a glass and goes, way! In a flat-roofed pub.
Not a flat-roofed pub.
I think he's been in an FRP, definitely.
They could have made Cathy more psychotic.
How?
or he could have had an actual affair.
Yeah.
Jack Ryan doesn't do that.
Jack Ryan's far too Catholic. Missed opportunity. He doesn't like skid the motorbike and look down the camera and go, I'm Roman Catholic and I
What he could have done is made that. I had to think of that when he calls the operator and she goes, calm down, you're a Marine.
Yeah, what the
They
fuck?
could have done a scene where Cathy makes him do that super cringe TikTok video of that girl making he's a Marine, loyal, pacified. They could have done that.
My God, I love it.
That would have been a great unhinged couples activity thing to just show how weird these two really are.
I really love that, actually. She could have been like making people call her like Mrs. Lieutenant Jack Ryan. Like Dr. Lieutenant Jack Ryan. Lieutenant Jack Ryan, Cathy Ryan, fucking dependent spouse, unhinged.
Surgeon Lieutenant Cathy Ryan, Niemöller, brackets. Spouse.
Thank me for my service. She's brilliant, honestly.
Also, how long is that guy a lieutenant for?
Yeah,
weeks,
well,
a matter of weeks. Long enough to learn how to use the
second Lieutenant Jack Ryan. Yeah,
he was in long enough.
Lieutenant Jack Ryan. Could you imagine that?
Sprog.
Pretty much did. Like that's what he was doing. I don't think he's
British Jack Ryan. Is this movie pro or atheist?
Mate, this is the most pro-CIA film I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I had to rewatch Zero Dark 30, which might be like, give it a run for its money. But this is like the most pro-CIA movie I've ever seen. To the point where someone says, I'm at the CIA, and they go, thank God. And then they even like, and they tip a lampshade to the fact that the CIA might be a little bit problematic. And then they just go, not my unit, not my part of the CIA.
Not my circus, not my monkeys, mate.
Yeah.
I'm the good guy, CIA. I'm the
CIA
cool intelligence agency.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Yeah. We're not like the other boys.
Yeah, we only do good stuff. We only investigate real baddies. And we don't do anything that crosses any funky lines, even though you're a spy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah,
this film is full-throated, chest-out, pro-CIA.
Big time.
It's also Marine Corps propaganda.
Oh yeah, big time. You're a Marine. You can handle being a super spy.
Like he was a Marine out of academy for like 5 minutes before he took an RPG to his back. So he probably doesn't know shit in terms of being a Marine.
He was in exactly long enough to know how like the kind of harnesses work in the helicopters.
Yeah. Which is
it's also British Leyland propaganda because none of the cars break down.
Yeah.
Jack Ryan doesn't immediately slip on an oil slick trying to run after the defender.
There isn't a scene where an oligarch's driver gets out and starts kicking the wheel of his smoking Land Rover.
It's also not rusty. It looks like the AC works. There's no condensed water on the inside of the windows.
Condensed water. The scene begins, and like Shraven's driver grabs like a towel that they keep in the fucking passenger seat and just wipes the window down.
That's how I get going between September and April. I'll just have you know that.
That's a significant amount of the year, Sanya.
I mean, it's Hamburg. It's wet. We get sun for like 2 days a year, so it's always moist.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's another scene where like Cathy Ryan gets put out the Land Rover and she just complains to Jack that it smelled like an old leather jacket.
people do
Share it
change
with the
their
rest of
mind.
us.
This car's just a toy for grown-ups, to be honest.
Yeah, it sounds
I
that
will
way.
stop at a traffic light and random family fathers will stop, grin at me and give me 2 thumbs up. Just sat there like, okay, cool guy, I'm just trying to get to work, but thanks, I appreciate it.
Like, hell yeah, brother.
It's like, man, that's a truck and it's British. And I was like, okay, there's thousands of these, but thank you for your enthusiasm.
There are dozens of us.
Random
There are
man.
dozens of us.
There are dozens of us.
Oh, amazing. 70% of all Land Rovers are still on the road. The other 30% made it home, but
Amazing.
it's weird. And I've like Emma, not you, Emma, has been like, what are you doing with this car? And then she sat inside of it like 5 times. I was actually, this is kind of fun. And then I let her drive it for once, and she was like, maybe I want one too. It's like, make up your mind. You're not getting this one, at least.
Wonderful stuff.
I think the only thing more difficult than a relationship with one Land Rover is a relationship with 2 Land Rovers involved.
People really should have like serious conversations before they commit to having Land Rovers. And if you're having a Land Rover to try and save the relationship, that's for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
If you're cold, they're cold. Bring them indoors.
You live an hour away, I will be there too.
Possibly on the back of a tow truck. You never can tell. It's an anything can happen day.
This is great. This is the podcast of where I think we've discussed the film the least.
But been good banter.
But it's been very good fun.
But back to the movie. So grossest oversell of the military-industrial complex.
I thought we were
so
done.
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, it's got that bit in the plane where they just like analyze a load of data that nobody knows how it got collected in the first place.
Incredibly fucking rapidly as well.
Just typed Kenneth Branagh into Google and just got everything they need.
Like, I know that, like, they say in Enemy of the State that the NSA can read the time off your fucking wristwatch. The CIA is not going to be able to pull up some dead Russian kid's death certificate in moments. No. This is something that you need a scene when someone gets into archives in Russia. This is a scene when you need a John Clark kind of guy who speaks fluent Russian and bribes his way in with a packet of cigarettes.
Who's digitizing all this shit?
Exactly. Like, and you're going to do a better fucking job of hiding your sleeper agent. You're going to scrub things off the internet. You're going to get rid of documents. You're going to hide stuff. There's no need for a death certificate because this kid became fucking ghost mode, right? You know, they say this kid died in some random Russian republic where they didn't have a decent amount of documentation for things or whatever. Or, you know, he never had a son. No, it's a mystery. You know, they rapidly go through a lot of things that could have been another 25 minutes of the film.
Yeah,
and that's a massive oversell.
Would it have been interesting though? That's my question.
Yeah, you add tension at the investigatory things by them saying we've got to get a guy into the archives in, I don't know, fucking St. Petersburg or whatever.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking like the tone of the movie they're trying to make. I think the thing about the Jack Ryan movies, right, is that they are. I think Jack Ryan's character actually is like deeply entrenched in like the 80s and 90s. I think, and the kind of movie that supports a Jack Ryan type adventure is a thing of the past. I don't think. I think Some of Our Fears was behind the times when it came out. And got supplanted by Born.
Major 90s DNA in that film.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this, whilst it's trying to be like a 20, it's mid 2010s. This came out. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like feels like early noughties, but kind of behind the curve a bit.
Yeah.
And I just, part of that DNA is that they've simplified it too much.
Yeah.
As well. Join the dots for you.
Like, it's like, oh, we've got it, we found it. Awesome, let's move on. And it's like, I don't know, man. Also, jokes aside, they could have had them like pouring through kitchen cells on Reddit and like find like the Assassin's Kitchen Cells posts.
Jokes aside, kitchen cells, man.
Kitchen cells, Reddit. It's like,
he thinks there's jokes coming.
Yeah. fuck my sleeper agent Russian cell life. Talk to a femoid today. She told me to go back to Canada. I'm not even from Canada. Look at my pot of borscht that I made. I'm going to rope Max tonight.
My
you
God.
know.
Okay.
So, reviews. 3.6 Runchin, not great, not terrible. 2.5-star review from Mike Dunbar. Right, okay. Let's look at the recent reviews, and we're going to go again, like we normally do, through the half a stars through to the actual good reviews. Solid 1 stars. Am I weird that this is the first Keira Knightley movie that I've watched? Crying emoji. Well, I mean, depending on your age and, you know, your proximity to Keira Knightley films, maybe not. Watched by Harrison, 12th of February 2026. Absolute dog shit. Charlene says, could smell that scenario from far away. And then there's some stuff in French, which is a waste of time. I've got one of these ones when people reference their friends' opinions. Quotes, this is like Mission Impossible with all the action scenes taken out. Chandler. Thanks, Chandler.
One of our friends.
Kenneth Branagh is not a convincing Russian. Yes, correct.
Yes.
Watched at the nail salon and it sucked. I love you, Keira Knightley. Find some slightly better ones now. 1.5 stars. How many Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher and Jack Bleacher and Jack Bryan can we jack up here?
There's too many 5-star reviews for this film.
Oh my God. This is just... Sorry, 1.5 stars. This is just Tony DiNozzo, the character who was already being played by notorious sexual harasser Michael Weatherly in the long-running naval criminal investigative procedural NCIS, and is to this day played by notorious sexual harasser Michael Weatherly in Tony and Ziva, a Paramount Plus original. This is simply not Jack Ryan. S005, C003, U003, M005, total 016. Did we tune into a fucking Russian number station at this point? The review goes on. The worst looking Haris Zambolukos picture I've seen, but part of that is the edit and part of that is 2014. Imagine being Kenneth Branagh threatening a woman in a moving car on the set of Tenet and having to admit, yeah, this is way better than how I was doing a scene like this.
My own movie.
Funny to watch a movie about a Russian agent betting on the prospect of a successful terrorist attack in America after a successful terrorist attack by America was successfully bet on, possibly by the president himself. 4th of January 2026, by the way, this was around the Venezuela attack time, obviously. Mm-hmm. It's always a dude named Jack for some reason. Well, obviously this person doesn't know Jack. 3.5 stars.
That just reminded me. Yeah, sorry, something pissed me off about the movie. Jack Ryan doesn't wear cargo shorts.
Jack Ryan would not wear cargo shorts. Fuck no. God damn. Jack Ryan would wear exclusively dad-cut jeans pulled a bit too high up. Even like the modern, like Ted Kaczynski, Jack Ryan wouldn't wear cargo shorts.
He wears a nice
John
pair of
Krasinski,
Cheetos.
I know it's his name, but I keep getting him confused.
Nice pair of slacks. He wouldn't wear cargo shorts. Carry on, please.
Yeah. 3.5 stars. It feels too overhated.
Nah.
I don't think anyone really hates this film.
I don't have. It's not strong enough to engender hate.
Insanely overhated. Yeah, it's predictable and a little cheesy, but what do you expect from a Jack Ryan movie? Well, no, I'd expect different from a Jack Ryan movie. Dawson 2. Did your first account get deleted for wrong opinions? Overall, an entertaining and fun movie. Cool. Heresy here. Better than Patriot Games.
No.
And
False.
that Amazon series version. I would throw away my oligarchy to flirt with Keira Knightley. Cirrhosis or no cirrhosis. Coming soon to ITV, cirrhosis or no cirrhosis. Jack Ryan fires me the fuck up. I legit believe I can do what he does. The whole digging into financial stuff, not the fight against the Russian agent in the sewers. The problem is that I like to drink as much as Kenneth Branagh in this movie. Also, it kind of cracks me up that he directed this movie. Dude likes to do all these Shakespearean plays and serious shit, but I respect that he can enjoy something like this.
Oh, mate, you're going to love Poirot.
Amazing. Very similar to Tom Clancy's In Rainbows. Thumbs up emoji. Yo, there are 2 rainbow emojis. Very epic. Rainbow emoji, rainbow flag emoji. From Ladies Man LeBeouf. I love this shit. And just, I want to finish on 5 stars. Watch it at 3 a.m. and it becomes a cinematic masterpiece.
Wow. Beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. Insightful as always.
Might be tempted to do it, maybe not. Who knows? Okay, probably not, guys. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that brings us to the end of this wonderful episode of Clear and Present Dudes.
Absolutely does.
Next time, we will be watching the movie Cisco Pike from 1971, starring a young Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
And Gene Hackman. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it, so that should be good. I don't think, have any of us seen that movie?
I have seen some of it. The main reason I picked it is that our episode is going out on the Weed Day, the 20th of April. Blaze it.
Indeed.
And I just did a bit of a Google about thrillers that involve weed. And this one came up along with like Pineapple Express. That's more of a comedy thriller. And I thought, I'm not going to fucking do Pineapple Express, so I'm going to do this really, really obscure Chris Christopherson film. It's on YouTube. Twice. There's 2 versions on YouTube. One of them's been copyright hit big time, and a load of it's muted. I think we're going to have to post a link to the one that's not been copyright struck when we put that episode up, just so people know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, cool. Brilliant. Well, I look forward to that. Right, chaps, I've got to do a long drive, so let's wrap this thing up. So, guys, we have been
Clear and present dudes. Yes. Got 'em, boys. Easy claps.
Nice. Did it, boys. Right. Okay.